thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back up in this BI, man. TRUMediaTodayUSA boxing, man. We're back. Hold on, let me turn this light on. This light not on. Let me turn this light on. I don't have my ring light on. Bear with me one moment, guys. Let me get this light on right quick, and we'll be Gucci. All right, I think we set up right now. I got the ring light on. Right here. No, like my setup in here. I have the wall light. I have the I forgot what it's called. I forgot what shit called. But that's Martinez told me about that. I ain't buying that from Amazon, but I have like some wall lights that cut out the wall, circle out the wall and all that shit there. I don't know how to explain it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But let's give everybody that's here a round of applause. We're gonna have a good show today, boy. Yeah, today gonna be a good one, man. Today gonna be a good one. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good. Today. Today gonna be a good one, though. You know what I mean? Today gonna be a good one. Hey, I got a poll I put up, man. Is Canelo Alvarez overrated or the most hated? Y'all please participate in that poll. If you see it, you know what I mean? Please participate in it, because I wanna come to a conclusion today. Shout out to my sister Jackie Hernandez. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dubbing your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey there with the Jackie Hernandez. What's going on? Says tight. You know what they say. Don't lighten up, tighten up.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. So, it's a whole lot. We end up getting Tank and Ryan, whole lot of talk about that. Then now Canelo just had a fight. And a lot of people feeling some type of way either way. You know what I mean? I'm sitting back. I don't have a dog in the race. Last time I checked, I wasn't Mexican. So I don't have a dog in the race in that. And then last time I checked, I wasn't white. So I don't have a dog in the race with John Ryder. Yo guys know me, man. You guys know me. I really don't, get caught up in the whatever bullshit other people got caught up in. Whatever racial issues you have, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? I don't kiss ass for subscribers. I don't kiss ass to be down with no nigga. Whether it's the white nigga, the black nigga, the Hispanic nigga, the Asian nigga. Don't make me no never mind. I would say fuck you to all four groups I just mentioned. I really don't give a damn. True. I don't pander to no group. I don't pander to no fighters. I give a fuck about the interview, give a fuck about which clique crew you with. None of that stuff. I don't want to be down with your Facebook groups, your home. I ain't trying to be down with nobody. I'm good over here. I'm a solo act over here. You get what I'm saying? And I mean business, you know what I mean? But we're gonna talk today, this boxing talk. Whatever issues you have, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. True. I just want to throw that out there right now. So if you want to leave, hasta luego, nos vemos. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, it don't make me no never mind. Let's go. Now, as you guys know, this past weekend, John Ryder. Canelo Alvarez fought John Ryder. Some people said it was his mandatory. I heard it was his mandatory. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I heard it was his mandatory. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So who knows? And the reason why I gave that opening statement when I came here today, because you got fans that going both ways. You have some Canelo fans. They're Mexican, whatever. You know what I mean? And they feel he has a. Not the Canelo fans. He has a what I noticed since I've been online, not every fighter, but it's certain fighters, they have a radical base. And they have a tendency to, if you don't push what they want you to push, they'll get upset with you, get mad and all that stuff there, yada 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 yada. So I try to run them off the block. But the crazy part about it is they don't like me, they can't stand me, but they'll come over here and watch me every day. And they'll even talk in the chat. No matter how much I curse them out, no matter how much I disrespect them, they keep bringing their bitch ass back over here. So it is what it is. Shout out to Green Eyes P, 15 months membership. She said, I love y'all, fam. Here, hit the like button. Yeah, I appreciate that, Green Eyes P. Shout out to Jamie Vasquez. He said, salute to you, coach in chat. John Ryder surprised a few. Yeah, he did that. He did. He surprised a few. Now, I would give you guys my overall assessment of it. I'll give you my overall assessment of it. I didn't score the fight. I scored the first 3 rounds. After that, I just got caught up in the fight. You get what I'm saying? I thought John Ryder was going to get stopped in the 5th round. I thought he got knocked down twice, but he didn't. He only got knocked down one time. The second wasn't a knockdown. He kind of tripped over Canelo's leg, and I think Canelo just stepped on his foot or something like that. I mean, it's what it is. Shout out to Phil and the Tube in the building. Shout out to the boxing scientists, Giovanni, Nelly Content. Shout out to JC in the building, Gertz. Green Eyes P, what's happening? Shout out to my sister Lisa Bells in the building. DT3 the Boom Man. Salute to you, fam. You know what I mean? Shout out to DT3 the Boom Man, L Harvey, Jose Ayala. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now let's get into the show. Now, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back and say it like this because I thought Canelo was gonna stop him in the 5th round. I was wrong about John Ryder. One thing about me, I will come out and admit when I'm wrong. That's one thing about me. I don't have an overinflated ego or have this self-pride about myself to where I can't admit when I was wrong. I'm the type of guy, the way I was raised. Hey man, if you're wrong about something, you come out and you admit that you're wrong. If you wrong somebody in public, the apology needs to be made in public. That's what my minister taught me, and that's how I was trained when I was in the nation. That's just how it is. So only thing I was wrong about, John Ryder did not come to lay down. John Ryder was not intimidated by the Mexican, but by the Mexican drug cartels that was there. John Ryder wasn't intimidated by the government of Mexico. He wasn't intimidated by being in the stadium, and he wasn't afraid to be in Mexico. John Ryder came to fight. True. John Ryder did not come to lay down. John Ryder came to fight. So there was a lot of people who thought that Canelo was going to knock him out, me included. I picked Canelo to knock John Ryder out between the 6th and the 8th round. We did a poll over here, and most people who voted in the poll picked John Ryder to pick Canelo to knock John Ryder out. So what I'm seeing today is a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking, and I'm here to clean it all up. Now I'm going to piss some of everybody off. I'm going to piss the Mexicans off. If you want to leave, you can leave. Hasta luego. I'll holler. I'm going to piss some blacks off. If you want to leave, you can leave. I'll holler. Hasta luego. I'll see you later. Some whites going to get mad. I really don't give a fuck. You can move to the left too, like Beyonce. To the left. You can leave. I'll holler. And I think that might be the only groups, maybe the Asians, but I don't really have an issue. Asians, I haven't been attacked by any Asians, so I'm good. So anybody going to feel some type of way, going to have your panties in a bunch, this is not the channel for you. I don't want you over here. Unsubscribe. Go back to your mammy house. I really do feel that way. Shout out to Derek Choice. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, he said if Canelo get Bivol to fight in that small ring, he may beat him this time. He may beat him this time around. I don't know, Derek. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't care what size the ring is. I don't think Canelo will beat Bivol.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
But I'm gonna call it the way I see it today. So I'm gonna piss some of everybody off, but it is what it is. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let's read the opening statement. Let me read the opening statement, then we're going to get into the show. The surprising reason why Canelo is treated differently than other fighters in the sport of boxing. I've seen this before. As you guys know, Canelo, he did win a 12-round unanimous decision against John Ryder, who was a plus 900 underdog. Many boxing fans and Canelo detractors felt like Canelo was cherry-picking his opponents again and ducking stiff competition. I've been hearing that a lot. I've been hearing, oh man, he ducking. He ain't fighting nobody. He cherry-picking this and that. And it was almost I had a brother send me a video. This brother, he loves IQ TV. And he said, man, listen to this. Listen to this. So he sent me a video on IKTV. Bro, I laughed from the beginning of the video to the end of the video. I think the video was about 10 minutes long. I laughed from the beginning of the video to the end of the video. And you guys do know how much Canelo Alvarez fans, how much they love IKTV. IKTV and Bernarde's Boxing Nation are Canelo fans' favorite YouTube channel. True. Shout out to Optimus Prime. Hey, okay. Dropping that court over. Bam, W, boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, shout out to you, coach. He said they miss Piss Off some Ryan Garcia fans. He said, but is it safe to say John Ryder showed more dog in that fight than Ryan Garcia? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? That's without question. That's without question. John Ryder's a real fighter. That dude a dog. That dude a dog, boy. He made a believe out of me, and he made a fan out of me too. He made a fan. It's two British fighters that got beat recently, but they showed they had so much heart and determination in that fight that I became a fan of them. What's my main man name? Who got knocked out by Baturiev? You talking about they say lions in the camp? They say lions in the camp. I forgot the dude's name. Damn, I forgot that brother's name, man. His training Tunde. His trainer Tunde. Yeah, Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard, even though he lost, I became a fan of him after his loss. And John Ryder, I became a fan of him after his loss. Had nothing to do with him winning or losing. The fact that he fought. He showed heart. He showed he had that dog in him. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now, before we get into the show, I got to say all praise is due to the Most High, the Most Exalted. You know what I mean? The Holy One, the Righteous One. You know, the one that can walk on water, turn water into wine. You know what I mean? Make an ugly girl pretty and a bad body chick fine. Now, I would like to say the Exalted, the Most High, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I got to be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to Jaden. Hey, okay. I'm dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, did you hear the Eder Reynoso comment saying that all black fighters do is jab and run? I dropped the video on that. You probably didn't check the video out. It's on my thing. No, I dropped the video on that. That's his opinion. That's how he feel. I didn't feel no type of way about it myself. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna burn the city down over comments like that. And I didn't take it no more than what he said. That's it. I dropped the video on that. Anyways, though, he said that Floyd gave him PTSD. He said Canelo fans have found a new way to cope with the loss. Just say they're running. I disagree with that because that's not all Canelo fans. You have different. You have like every fan. A lot of fighters have a certain side of radical fans. Well, I won't say a lot. I say the popular ones. Canelo have really good fans, and then he have some who just crazy. They get offended about everything. Like everything racist, everybody against them, yada, 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 yada. They don't acknowledge anything other than praising Canelo, right? You got some black Canelo fans that like that as well. Black dedicated YouTube channels, right? Spence have fans like this. Tank Davis have fans like this. Lomachenko have fans like this. Tyson Fury have fans like this. And there's some more. There's some more I'm probably forgetting. You know what I mean? So I don't like to lump everybody in the same thing. What I like to do, I like to get rid of the ones who are like that. That's why I encourage them to unsubscribe. Don't follow me. Don't watch my videos. I try to encourage them to do that. But the more I do it, the more they come back. Shout out to THG. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over,
You know, so salute to you. Shout out to TAG. Salute, fam. Salute. Thank you so much. And let's get into the show. Let's get into the show.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You know, we have a boxing criteria over here, and I'm finna pull up my commandments. I was trying to find them. I got to pull the commandments up. We have a boxing criteria over here as well. Now, to anyone who gonna feel some type of way that's overly sensitive, that complain about my content, but you come up here and watch me every day, and I don't curse you out several times, told you to leave, but you keep bringing your whole ass back because I'm talking about your fighter. This is how I feel about you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, man, let's get into the show. Now, back to what I was saying. Canelo, I think Canelo won like 9 rounds. I think Canelo. Oh, I'm looking at my kids. I think. Hold on. Yeah, my damn kids outside. I left the damn door open. My rabbit on the patio. Anyways. Yeah, so I think Canelo won like 9 rounds. Shit. I think he broke John Ryder's nose. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I was going to get on these kids, man. I was just finna get on these kids, man. Like, y'all close the damn screen door. Damn. Anyway, yeah, I gave again, I didn't score it. I stopped scoring after the 3rd round. The fight turned out to be a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that from a stylistic standpoint. I watched like 4 John Ryder's fights, and he have a tendency to lunge with his backhand, and he leans too much forward over his base. So I say, damn, man, you know, if he come at Canelo like that, sometimes, you know, Canelo can time him because he's a good counterpuncher and probably get him out of there. I thought stylistically his style was tailor-made for Canelo, and for the most part, his style was, you know, for the most part, because Canelo busted his face up, but he busted Canelo face up as well. He had Canelo mouth bleeding. You know what I mean? Canelo did gas out in the fight. And John Ryder, there was times in that fight where John Ryder could have quit, and he didn't quit. There was times in that fight where John Ryder could have quit, and he didn't quit. I'm like, bro, he could have quit when he got dropped in the 5th round. He didn't quit. As a matter of fact, when he got up, Canelo couldn't finish him. And then when he got up, he fought back even harder. There were times where Canelo would get off on him with a decent combo, and Ryder will bounce back, regroup himself, and he'll come right back. He was landing that lead. He was landing that left uppercut. He was landing that left uppercut at will. Oh, bro. And then what I noticed in the second half of the fight, John Ryder started pivoting to his right. Like he will establish front foot dominance. And what he does is what he was doing too, he'll shoot that jab out there, it'll land, and then he'll step around. He'll step around the weak side. And then he'll come up with an uppercut. Like the way he was setting certain stuff up, I'm like, man, this dude could have laid down a whole... Bro, he didn't lay down, bro. He didn't lay down. This dude right here say, y'all thought Ryder was a cherry pick. Like always, shaking my head. Hey, Boxing Magic, you don't... Bro, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Like, you don't fuck with me. And I'm trying to figure out why you over here. You don't fuck with me, and I don't fuck with you. I'm not your cup of tea, fam. And you're not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna be nice today. I'm not your cup of tea. You're not my cup of tea. I'm gonna be nice today because you're one of them radical Canelo fans, and I don't like you. So don't nobody block him, but I just want to let that be known because I can't be fake with you. You don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Remember that. But I'm just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, coming off the weak side, he was looking pretty good. Canelo did get tired. In the second half of the fight. He got gas. He left his head center line. And he could not get out of the way of quite a few of the shots that John Ryder was throwing at him. John Ryder didn't have the punching power to keep Canelo, to really hurt him. You get what I'm saying? I thought he hurt Canelo one time though. It's one time. Hey, shout out to Marquis. What's going on, fam? I thought he hurt Canelo one time. Canelo was kind of tired. Man, and he really gutted that out. And I say, man, if John Ryder has some punching power and can step the gas and can pick up the pace on him, and John Ryder did pick up the pace a little bit. He did pick up the pace a little bit on him. He did do that. But I said, but if he could have effectively picked that pace up on him and really let his hands go a little bit more, he probably could have did. He probably could have did a lot more damage than what he did. You know what I mean? So, but Canelo dominated the fight. I gave him like 9 rounds. No one picked him to, you know, you even got some Canelo fans, you know, which are being very disingenuous. Yeah, man, you know, like this dude boxing Mexican side or whatever. Yeah, man, you know, we knew John Ryder was gonna be tough. You was a goddamn lie. Y'all ain't no shit. The only people who was telling me about John Ryder as a tough out was people from the UK. If you ain't Halim, who else said it from Halim? I think Bush the Can Man, Cassidy, you know, it was a couple of those guys. Everybody else, we thought there were people saying he was a cherry pick, and I told you guys, this is not a cherry pick. The man fighting his WBO mandatory. I said Canelo fighting his WBO mandatory. This is not a cherry pick. You get what I'm saying? That's what I said. But people who didn't like Canelo, you know, oh man, he fighting the cherry, he cherry picking, yada yada yada. And I'm like, dude, the man is literally fighting his mandatory. What is he supposed to do? If he don't fight the mandatory, he gonna lose his belt. Now, if you don't like the mandatory, I mean, that's between you and your feelings. If you don't like the mandatory, you get what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, you know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. So yeah, man. So this dude say, he say, don't be a child, coach. Raul, don't be a fuck boy. Raul, this is my last time addressing you. Don't be a fuck boy. Because I don't like your bitch ass neither. Remember that. You and that other motherfucking nigga. I don't like your bitch ass neither. All right? So stop being a dick sucker and a fuck boy and stay out of grown folks' business. Now, anyways, back to what I was saying. Shout out to James Roy. He said, I only picked Charlo and Benavidez. He said, because that's who would make the most money for Canelo. And he can, you saying he can win, what you say? And he can win those fights. He can win those fights, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to run these fuck niggas off the block. Raul's a fuck nigga and the other dude a fuck nigga too. You know what I mean? I'm trying to run these fuck boys off the block. They got the wrong channel, man. I don't know why they keep coming over here. They don't like their bitch ass. Anyways. So my assessment of the fight is this. Did Canelo have his greatest performance? No, he didn't have his greatest performance. He did. But did he dominate the fight? Yeah, he dominated the fight. The man won 9 rounds. I mean, you know, it's gonna be kind of hard for me. It's gonna be kind of hard for me, bro, to you know, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to look down on a person when he went 9 rounds. He went 9 rounds. I like the man. He literally he did everything, but you know, he dropped the man a couple of times. The second time was the count of the knockdown. He broke his nose. And the guy just wouldn't go. He just wouldn't go, bro. Like literally, he broke the man's nose. Bro, do you know how hard it is to continue to fight with a broken nose? And you're steady getting punched in that nose? And the nose was bleeding when he was at the press conference. I'm like, bro, you get what I'm saying? The man got a broken nose. Ain't nobody see that coming. Hey, shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Hey, we got over 300 in here and less than 200 likes. Let's get the likes up. Nobody seen that coming. You get what I'm saying? Nobody seen that coming. You know, so I'm like, this dude had a broken nose and he kept motherfucking fighting. He kept, God damn. And guess what? And he was having some success in that fight. Is that now? Will I say that Canelo should fight Bivol? Nah. He need to leave Dimitri Bivol alone. Shout out to Solo Dolo. He say folks being hard on mandatories because they haven't seen them acknowledged in so long. He said Canelo did what he was supposed to do. Mandos matter. But no, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. See, you know me. I'm gonna call a ball and a striker strike. I'm gonna call a ball and a striker strike. A lot of Canelo detractors. A lot of Canelo detractors. I won't say a lot, but I say a good portion of them. They only watch certain fighters. They only watch certain fighters who are, they only watch a couple of fighters. So the people in the UK, the boxing fans in the UK are a little bit more well-versed when it comes to boxing than a lot of these American online boxing fans and even YouTube channels. And you guys know I always talk about, man, thank God for the fans in the UK, because to me, they keeping the sport alive. Because the UK, they watch everybody. They really, I'm not saying they don't have casuals. They do have casuals, but I'm talking about fans from the UK in a certain age group. I'm not talking about the young ones. I'm not talking about the young ones. The young ones don't know a goddamn thing. But I'm talking about the people that's a certain age group, maybe 35 and up. Even the women, they really know boxing. They watch a lot of boxing. They watch the smaller fighters. They watch the fighters who are not that known, who are working their way up through the ranks. They watch that. A lot of the from what I noticed online, they know Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Tank Davis, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo. Now they know Shakur, and they know like 7 to 8 fighters, and that's it. That's it. Like, that's all they know. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder. They know the Charlos. That's about it. They only know about 8, 9 fighters. And then the 8, 9 fighters that they know about, they don't even know everything about those 8, 9 fighters. They can't break down their styles. They can't break down, okay, man, when he first got into boxing, you can Google that and stuff like that. But what is his style like? Do he fight in the open handstands or the closed handstands? Like, they don't know the boxing terminologies, the lingo. There's a lot of stuff they don't know. And, a lot of them, they be dumb, just online arguing, threatening, talking about signing the contract, 60, 47, 38, 20, take whatever we give you. They caught up in a lot of stuff that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. You got, and there's some all different channels. Whether it's the Hispanic channel, some of them is just dumb as hell. The black channel, some of them is dumb as hell. I don't know any white channel. I think I know one, and I don't even like him. I ain't even mention his name. He ain't even worth mentioning. He arrogant as motherfucker. But yeah, I don't even like him. And yeah, that's it. So it's a bunch of fans, and no matter what nationality they is, over here in America, and when you see them online arguing, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. And that's why I said that when I had Doug from Ring Magazine on here, I said, you know what, man, I ain't finna be arguing with these dudes. I just don't have the patience for it. Yeah, whatever you say. Whatever you say, whatever you say, bro, ham, that's it, we go. Right? Whatever you say, we go, and that is what it is. That's why I say you can't be trying to apologize to everybody and try not to offend everybody. Because what's going to happen is this. They all going to keep coming. Listen, they're going to play the race card. The Mexicans play the race card. The blacks play the race card. The whites play the race card. Everybody playing the race card, right? They're going to play that, try to make it feel guilty. Then you're going to be trying to appease everybody, to try to get people to come to your lives and try to get people to watch your videos and subscribe. Me, I don't give a damn about none of that. I cuss their ass out, tell them, don't bring your ass back to my live no more. Don't watch my videos. And if you subscribe, unsubscribe, and take your bitch ass home. I do the total opposite. True. Give a fuck about no nigga feelings. Now when it come to boxing, give a fuck about no nigga feelings. This a hurt business. You can't even criticize their fighter. They criticize their fighter. They want to make it. They want to make it something more than what it is. You know what I mean? Fuck all of them. That's how I feel about it. Now, Canelo looked tired and gassed out. Now let's flip over to the So John Ryder, you was tougher than I thought you was. You have earned the fan in Coach Malachi Williams. You got that dog in you. I don't know too many fighters that would have went through what you went through and finished and went all the way to the 12 rounds. You went 12. You went 12 rounds. Shout out to Jose. He said they pander. Yeah, I don't do no pandering. I do the opposite of pander.
True.
Shit, I got everybody mad at me. Shit, don't nobody like Coach. I'm like, shit. What else TV show called Jose? Everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates Coach. It is what it is. I love it too. I love being hated. I love being the bad guy. I love it. You know what I mean? I relish in it, boy. But anyway, I wouldn't mind seeing John Ryder fight Caleb Plant or like Demetrius Andrade now. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing John Ryder fight Demetrius Andrade or Caleb Plant. Is that the dude? Is that the dude who is John Ryder the guy who Demetrius Andrade avoided at 168? That was his mandatory, or was it not John Ryder? Was it the other guy, Zach Parker? Who the guy was that when Andrade moved up to 168, they had a purse bid or something. He was supposed to fight him, and I think that was Parker. That was Zach Parker. Yeah, and for all you Demetrius Andrade fans, let's break this down. For all you Demetrius Andrade fans, some of y'all crazy as hell. Some of you Demetrius Andrade fans are crazy. So let me go ahead and defend y'all too. Let me spread it around. Let me go ahead and defend y'all too. Spread it around. I don't ran two niggas off the block. They gone. That's good. Put theirs. I ran two of them off the block. That's good. They gone. That's good. I'm not talking about the past. I ain't talking about 154, no 160. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about right now. Demetrius Andrade, and I'm gonna try to say this. I'm just trying to say this for people. Hey, shout out to Rob Boy Slim. Shout out to Marquis. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my main man, Damian Bennett. I'm gonna try to say this because you got some dudes, you know, Demetrius Andrade got some crazy ass fans too, and you know, he got some good ones, but I'm talking about the crazy ones. I don't like crazies. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of a fighter. I'm a fan of a lot of fighters, but I'm not the overly emotionally attached, living my life vicariously. I have an emotional attachment to the fighter. That's not me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna conform to who I am, how I am to please anybody. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind, how I'm feeling, you know, at that time, and that's that. That's just how I am. I ain't cop inducive for no nigga. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't need no friends anymore. I got enough friends. Shit. I got Hippity. I got my rabbit Hippity. I got my daughter dog Cookie, and I got a whole bunch of dudes I grew up with, and I got friends that I talk to on the phone in the sport of boxing. I have fighters who I talk to on the phone in the sport of boxing. Some of them are champions and stuff like that. Managers and stuff like that. So I'm good. I'm Gucci. I ain't worried about no niggas buying no avatars. Anyways, now Demetrius Andrade had an opportunity to fight Zach Parker. Zach Parker ended up fighting. Hold on, break this down. Shout out to Damon for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, Damon? You say, Coach. You say, please check Boxing News 24/7. He said Ryder was never the Mando for the WBO. He said Canelo took Canelo. Ryder fought Jacobs for Morrell's WBA Reggie title in an eliminator. The WBO never sanctioned this fight. Canelo chose him. Are you sure about that? Now I'm gonna tell you something. Boxing News 24 is pretty much a pro PBC channel website, Damon. So if I was you, I'll do more research on that, fam. I will always have to cross-reference and double-check, and always double-check the information and cross-reference the information to make sure. I'll be very, very. I take with a very, very light, you know, I wouldn't hold too much stock what comes from Boxing News 24. I just say that. And this ain't no shade. This ain't no shade on Boxing News 24. This ain't no shade on them, but you know, and guess what? What Boxing News 24 saying in that article, it very well may be true. But I learned that John Ryder was the mandatory. Like from what I remember, John Ryder was that mandatory. I'm finna tell you, I'm finna go on somewhere with this. John Ryder fought in the WBO eliminator. The winner, and this was announced, the winner of Zach Parker and John Ryder would become the WBO Mando to WBO Mando to Canelo Alvarez WBO strap. That's what it says, right? So there was one guy that was supposed to fight Zach Parker. His name is Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade pulled out of that fight. Was that Saul Canelo Alvarez's fault? No. Was that Zach Parker's fault? No. Was that John Ryder's fault? No. These are the facts. Boo Boo did. I don't like calling him Boo Boo. I don't like. Demetrius Andrade pulled out of that fight, and he went down to back to middleweight. He was mandated to fight Janabek at middleweight. He moved up, let everybody know I'm moving up to 168. When he said he was moving up to 168, the WBO say, okay, we're going to mandate you to fight Zach Parker. That fight went to a purse bid. Andrade did not like the amount of money he was getting paid, I'm assuming, and he pulled out of it. Then he went back down to the middleweight, and then the WBO mandated him to fight Janabek again. Then he ended up dropping the belt, and within 30 days, right, I think on the 29th or 30th day, he dropped the belt and moved up to 168 permanently. He signed with the PBC, and then he ended up fighting this other guy. This dude that dropped him. I think the dude with Nicholson, the black dude. He fought another black fighter. That fighter was trained by Kenny, Calvin Ford team, Coach Kenny and those guys. They trained him because I remember they were slapping him in the corner. I think Nicholson. I think he ended up knocking Andrade down, but the referee didn't call it a knockdown. So that's neither here nor there. But that's what happened. So by what I say all that to say this, by Andrade moving out of the way, not fighting, not taking that fight, he opened up the door for John Ryder. That's how John Ryder got that position. Had Demetrius Andrade stayed in that position and went ahead and fought that guy, if he would have beat Zach Parker, guess what? We would have been seeing Canelo Alvarez versus Andrade. And if we wouldn't have been seeing that, then that means Canelo would have dropped his belt and refused to fight Andrade. But we'll never know because Andrade did that to himself. Now you can take that how you want to take that. Take it how you want to take that. This for those who are representatives of Andrade. Take that one. So now, John Ryder ended up beating Zach Parker, and then he became the mandatory to fight Canelo. So this argument. Shout out to Damon.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said the purse bid for Andrade and Parker was $100,000 to split. He said this was the reason why Andrade pulled out. He's a millionaire coach. He still should have taken it though. But check it out though, Damon. He pulled out of that fight twice. The first time, hold on, check this out. That's the second time. The first time, Andrade, I think Barry Hearns? Barry Hearns won that purse bid for like $1.4 million or $1.6 million, something of that sort. That's part of the second time. The first time, no, it wasn't. Would you say 100,000? No, it wasn't 100,000. No, it wasn't 100,000. No, it wasn't. It was more than that. It was like 200 something thousand. But the first time, Eddie was it Barry Hearns? That's the name, right? Barry Hearns. Barry Hearns, I think that's the name. Barry Hearns. Barry Hearns, Old Fish Eyes. We just said Old Fish Eyes. Old Fish Eyes won that purse bid for like $1.5, $1.6 million, so between $1.4 and $1.6 million. Andrade pulled out of that. And then he pulled out of that. and then you talking about DeMar, you talking about the second purse bid. Because he pulled out of that, went down to 160, and then he went back up to 160, went back up to 168. If I understand it correctly. Yeah, Frank Warren. What I say the name? Barry Hearn? Old fish eye. Hey, what I call him, old Barry Hearn. Hey, Ali. I'm thinking about Eddie Hearn, father. Yeah, but anyway, old fish eyes. So I'm like, at some point in time, Andrade got to take some kind of, y'all got to hold us accountable somehow. You get what I'm saying? Like opportunities. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. That's all I'm saying. And y'all please participate in the poll. You can't have it both ways. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, fam. You know, he had that opportunity. John Ryder took the short money. And then he became the WBO mandatory. Now the brother Demond saying that Boxing News 24 is saying that Canelo, John Ryder was not the mandatory. I totally disagree with that. True. I don't agree with that. Like, I don't agree with that at all. Because I remember when the WBO was saying it. Now, y'all please participate in the poll. The poll that we have, I have a poll up. Y'all participate in the poll. The poll that we have is this here. Is Canelo overrated or the most hated? So far, 72% says, yes, he's the most hated. We got 332 people participating in this vote so far, in this poll so far. 332 people. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do that. So I think we got that out the way, right? So now Canelo fought John Ryder. It is what it is. Now, this is what I'm hearing going on with Canelo. Let's see what I got. I'm hearing I saw a video of Paulie Malignaggi. I'm not going to play it, but he says that Canelo should fight Benavidez next. So Paulie said that Canelo did really good. He said that I'm not going to play the video, but I wrote notes down. You guys know I do my research. I wrote notes. Do my research and wrote some notes. So Paulie said he want to see him fight Benavidez next. Everybody wants to see Canelo fight Benavidez. Everybody want to see him fight. Everybody. Shout out to Drew. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said being there was electric, coach. Hey, man, it did look electric. He said the mamacitas and the honey dips came out for Canelo. The Saudi boxing executives came out because they want him in Saudi. Oh, okay, y'all. Them Saudi. Oh, so Canelo finna get that Arab money, huh? He finna get that Arab money? Hey, man, them motherfucking Arabs, boy. We call them Arabs. We don't call them Arabs where I'm from. We call them Arabs. He finna get that Arab. He might as well. I ain't mad at him. I'm shout out to Ayo. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, what to say, fam? You say shout out to Ayo. I'm finna drop the phone lines anyways. Hey, we need 35 likes. I drop the phone lines. He said say passe, coach. He said what's up, chat? I'm starting to think people dislike Canelo for stuff that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. You know what? That's some validity to that. And listen, online, you got people from different nationalities. They hate certain fighters for stuff that ain't got nothing to do with they ain't got nothing to do with boxing. You know what I mean? Now, constructive criticism is different. What I don't like is when you criticize a fighter, everything ain't hate. You get what I'm saying? Everything ain't hate. Like when you criticize a fighter, that don't mean you hating on the guy. You get what I'm saying? You have your criticism for whatever the reason may be. Anytime you don't agree with somebody or a particular group, like the Borg, like we just want to be one monolithic group of people say, oh man, you hate because it is, or you hate because of that, and yada, 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 yada. No, they hate. That's the person may genuinely feel that way because they may not like the way that person have moved, and they feel like that, hey man, this person right here, we need to see him fight these guys, and if he beat these guys, then that'll shut our mouth. So, you know, that is a real argument. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not here to change nobody's mind. I don't do that. I let people think what they want to think. Shout out to Twin Turbo. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said after watching David versus Plant, I think Canelo stops David. He said wasn't impressed with David. I mean, that's the thing though. That's why everybody wants to see that fight. So he said, yeah, dude, wrong. Ryder was the WBO man though. All right. Shout out to Damien. What did Demond say? He said he's the most manufactured by my. Hold on. Hey, Demond, you sound just like. Hold on. I wrote somebody. Oh, where is that? Oh boy. Hey, this segment to the net. I'm gonna drop the phone lines in a minute. So Paulie said he want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. And, you know, if he settles in at 168, the 168-pound division, he has to fight those guys anyways. Now, I did see an interview with in Espanol with Canelo and Eddie Reynoso, and they did mention David Morrell. They mentioned David Benavidez. They mentioned because the reporter who was interviewing them, she brought him up. She was like, "Hey, listen, man, you know, y'all did this and did that. I'm just giving you the, you know, the hood version of it. Y'all did this and did that. Hey, what's happening, man? The people want to see you fight David Benavidez. When you gonna fight David Benavidez?" And then Canelo said, yeah, you know, I have a goal this year. You know what I mean? You know, they said, will you be fighting David Benavidez by 2024? He said, of course, claro que sí. You know what I mean? You know, I got a goal this year. I want to fight Bivol in September. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that fight because Canelo said he want the same terms as last time. He said he want the same terms as last time. If I'm Dimitri Bivol, guess what? I tell Canelo yesterday's price ain't today's price. Today's price ain't yesterday's price.
True.
He said, Coach, if Canelo fights the Ecuadorian monster next, does that mean the face of boxing title is back online? Which is it? I mean, you know, again, you know, people feel some type of way, Drew. It is what it is, man. I can't be going back and forth with how other people's feelings. You get what I'm saying? But you know, but I get what you're saying. You're talking about the double standards and the flip flopping. I'm finna bring it home. I'm finna bring it all home, right? Hey, we got over 400 people in here and less than 200 likes. We got to get the likes up because I want to open up these phone lines. So, anyways, DeMar said, manufactured, huh? Canelo manufactured. That's funny. Shout out to DeMar. Hey, so some people like myself, if you're going to establish yourself and if you're going to stay in a certain weight division, you got to beat those top guys in that weight division. Establish your dominance, like Marvin Hagler did. Marvin Hagler, he was only a one division champion. Marvin Hagler didn't go down and go up. But what he did do was, I'm going to stay in this division, and I'm going to fight all the top guys. He fought John the Beast Mugabe. John the Beast Mugabe was like 26 years old at the time, 25 wins, 25 KOs. Hagler was like 32 years old. That was considered old at that time. That was the fight, and he had it 86, the year before, the fight before Sugar Ray Leonard. And you know what I mean? He was considered old at that time. Hagler like, no, I'll fight him. Hagler like, no, I mean, he said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to stop him. I'm going to knock him out. He said, when I finish with him, he will not be the beast no more. I have H-U-R-T written across my forehead. He said, this man ain't going to be the same after I finish him. And Hagler ended up stopping him in the 11th round. Stopped John the Beast Mugabe. He stopped him. Hagler wasn't even in his prime no more. Hagler, Sugar Ray saw that fight. He said, I need to come back out of retirement and get him. I need to come back out of retirement and get him. You know what I mean? He said, you know, Hagler, man, Hagler wasn't nothing to play with, man. He said Hagler did what Charlo said he inspired to do. Yeah, man, you right about that. Well, you know, what you say and what you do is two different things. And that's what separates the brave man from the coward. What separates a brave man from a coward is what the one does and what one doesn't do. You get what I'm saying? That's what, you know, because sometimes you got to go through the fire in order to see what you're made of. I am of the opinion that I think Canelo gets a lot of fair share of hate. He gets a lot of hate, I'm not going to lie. But all of the criticism is not hate. I would say constructive criticism is one thing, but he does get his fair share of hate. He does. Because the people who say all this stuff about Canelo, it kills me because the fighters that they cap for that hasn't even done a tenth of what Canelo has done. Like, they'll praise a certain fighter for fighting a C-level or a B-level fighter and be like, well, you see how he knocked him out? He knocked out Pochard Willie. Oh, but you see what he did to Hobo Sam? Shit, my fighter caught Hobo Sam with an uppercut, knocked him out in the 3rd round. One hit a quitter. I'm like, dude, but Pochard Willie is nowhere near on the level is your fighter. Yeah, man, but he fought all these other dudes too. He went up a couple of weight divisions. Yeah, but he pulling people up, and this dude then I'm trying. You get what I'm saying? The same guys who argue. Shout out to Drew. I'm dropping that $2 super chat. He said your tweet about filling the stadium got him mad, coach. Okay. Shout out to Drew for $2 super chat. You get what I'm saying? Your like some of the arguments I hear these dudes makes no sense to me. When I like if you are a pro Demetrius Andrade fan, You cannot criticize Canelo's resume. If you are a pro Jamal Charlo fan, you can't criticize Canelo's resume. If you're a pro David Benavidez fan, you can't criticize Canelo's resume. That's how I feel. Do you want to know why? It ain't based on feelings. It's going to be based on facts. What facts do you have, Coach? These are the facts I have. What have Charlo done in comparison to Canelo? Oh, you know, don't have me pull up the resume. See, matter of fact, we're gonna pull up the resume. We're gonna pull up the resumes today. I'm gonna have to. Because there's another criticism out here. Shout out to Vigilante for dropping that $2 super chat. He said, once you're the cash cow, he said, people hate no matter what. Okay. When you argue, when you're a Demetrius Andrade fan, and you say Canelo moving some type of way, well, how the hell is Demetrius Andrade moving? How the hell is Jamal Charlo moving? When you a David Benavidez fan, and you say, yeah, man, Canelo, boy, he moving funny. He you know, the resume is really overrated. And the resume, you know, smoking mirrors and this and that. And, you know, he ain't really fought no tough competition. Also, Demetrius Andrade fought tough competition. Jamal Charlo fought tough competition. David Benavidez fought tough competition. And when I go to asking these questions, and then when I do a comparison, and bro, like, I literally embarrass dudes. I've done this before in this show. I literally embarrass dudes. If you want me to get on the I Hate Canelo train, I ain't got no problem with that. I jump on the I Hate Canelo train. That's what you want me to do. And for the sake of argument, I would do that. And if you want me to say, hey, man, this dude he moving funny, okay, fine. All the fighters moving funny if you really want to be serious about it. But you're going to have to show me an example. Okay, give me an example of a fighter that you like that's doing what you say Canelo should be doing. And guess what? It get radio silent. And then they start talking about other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. They start talking about politics. They start talking about race. They start talking about religion. They start talking about we need to fight. You know, the big booty Judy was tripping. My cousin did the one leg up. My auntie didn't know how to do the butterfly. They go to bringing up everything that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. It's called deflection. They go to deflecting. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But if you are a fan of Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, or David Benavidez, and you criticizing Canelo, saying that he ain't fighting nobody, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, surely you must feel the same way about those guys that I'm talking about. True. Don't make me pull the resume up. Please don't make me pull the resumes up. I'm pulling the resumes up, boy. Some of y'all gonna lead alive right now. If I pull the resumes up, some of y'all gonna lead alive. That's probably some of y'all who don't want to hit the like button. So if I pull the resumes up, some of y'all gonna lead alive, and you're gonna be crying in the car. That's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Anybody don't want to hit that like button? Phone lines fixing to drop right now. Anybody don't hit the like button? Riley, talk to him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter up, bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Canelo said, even if he fight Benavidez, there will always be another fighter he has to fight, or else he's ducking, which is true. It'll never end. I mean, listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown, though, Vigilante. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you're the undisputed champion, light heavyweight, super middleweight champion of the world, and you have the belts, you got to defend those titles. That's it. That's what come with it. Canelo don't get no pass. You right. He's going to have to do. As long as he stay in that weight division and have that belt, guess what? He's going to have to fight those guys. Period. There's no way around that. Shout out to JRG. Hey, okay. Dropping that half of bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did he say, fam? He said Canelo will be appreciated once he retires, and all he say in all we have left, no one is risking their O's. Then we'll see that most do the bare minimum, and we have different standards for Canelo. That is never good. Yeah, I do see the double standard. I'm not gonna lie. I do see the double standards when it comes to certain fighters. Canelo is one of them. I do see that. Shout out to Solo Dolo. Okay. Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, pull up the resumes. Shout out to Demond. For dropping that quote over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, who resume is better, Loma or Lopez? Who won? Who resume better, Canelo or Bivol? It's not about moving funny. It's about opportunities. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm trying to get. I don't get where you're coming from, but I guess I do get what you're saying, and I don't get what you're saying. But okay. Anyway, but I don't want to talk about Lopez. I don't want to talk about Lomachenko. I don't want to talk about Beterbiev. I specifically want to talk about Canelo Alvarez and what I've been hearing. Canelo Alvarez. Now, Damon, you said that Canelo is what did you say? You say he got it. You say not overrated. You said his record was inflated. What you said about his record? Hey, Damon, what you said about Canelo record? He said the record was inflated up. He said the record was he said the record wasn't what you said, the record was inflated or I forgot what you said. Hold on. Yeah, manufactured. he said manufactured. Okay, but you know what though? Demond, you may have a valid point. You may have a valid point. If his record is manufactured, I'm laughing because there's a video that someone sent me by Aki TV, and he said the same thing. You know what he said? He said Canelo has the complexion for the protection. He said that Canelo is a very flawed fighter. He said Ryder was a cherry pick that almost went wrong. I took some notes. I took some notes. This is the latest video, one of the latest videos. And I took some notes. Oh man. Oh, he said bro, I laugh so hard, bro. I laugh so hard, bro. This is, hey, what did it say, Rick? Rick say Canelo, Damon is correct. Hey, Damon, call the show. Rick, you call the show. Because I want to, phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. I want to hear from the people. Shout out to School of X, man. He said, keep talking that talk. Real talk, coach. Okay, shout out to School of X, man. Let me get the super chats out the way. Yeah, I'm gonna get the super chats out the way, man. I think I missed. Hold on. Yeah, I got you, Damon. Y'all, hold on. Let me drop the phone lines right quick. Shout out to JRG. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I want these fans keeping that same energy with the new face of boxing Tank. He said he has to fight the fights. Hey, you know what? Hey, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, you jumping ahead of me right now. You jumping ahead of me right now, cause we finna put down the gauntlet today.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Ernest from Houston, man.
Ernest from Houston, talk to me, fam.
Man, can I say just a couple of cuss words when I make my comment?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Shit, I curse. All right, go ahead and curse. That's what we want to say.
Okay. I'm black, man, and Canelo is the fucking face of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great boxer. He's getting older, and people just catching him as he get older. My thing is, I have the same criteria. I'm 55 for every single fucking boxer. Don't none of them pay my bills. My car no due tomorrow. Ain't none one of them gonna pay it. So I'm gonna keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
He got to fucking fight Benavidez next. There's no fucking excuses, man. He got to fight him. Yep. And I like Canelo.
Yeah, now he got to fight him.
That's just my point on it. Now, I fuck with Canelo, but he got to fight Benavidez. There's no way around it now, dog.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Same rules apply to Tank and everybody else. But this is the last thing. I hate when I tell a guy, hey, why Canelo don't fight Benavidez? Or why Tank don't do this? So if Canelo a hoe, Tank got to be a hoe too. If he ain't fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't try to use a whole excuse for your fighter against another fighter. They both hoes then.
Yeah.
Well, have a great day, coach. Stay on their motherfucking ass. Dog.
Hey, man, shout out to Ernest people. H-Town, stand up, man. Damn, I better ask him what he from the South Side. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Now, my thing is this. I don't think no one has a resume better than Canelo at this point. Not too many fighters. But forget boxing. I just want to deal specifically with the fighters in that weight division, 168 pounds, 160 to 168 pounds. Between Canelo, if he's staying at 168, he got to fight those other guys. And I think you have some Canelo fans. Now you got some Canelo fans. They want to put Canelo in the witness protection program. This is true. You have some Canelo fans. They want to put Canelo in the witness protection program. They don't want to see him fight David Benavidez. Why? I don't know. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? It's Hashirama from the PG County, Maryland.
Hashirama from PG County. Talk to me.
What's going on, fam? So I'm over here, I'm over here in the chat. I'm seeing a bunch of people talk some nonsense. That dude, Damon, what's his name? Big Timmy. Timmy over here talking hot shit, too. So I want them to call in the show. I want them to call in. So first and foremost, Canelo did not look great. I'm a big Canelo fan, but I'm going to keep it 100. He didn't look great, and it is what it is. It's okay, right? Aging or whatever you want to call it, whatnot. Now, I am of the mindset I do want to see the David Benavidez fight. I don't care if David Benavidez is from, I don't care if he's Mexican, Ecuadorian, illegal. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see the fight, right? First and foremost. Now, if Canelo's resume is, manufactured, right? What the hell is everybody else's? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Microwave? Like, I don't understand. But anyway, so it is what it is. He didn't look great. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really tripping about it. But what I do want to say is I do want to see the David Benavidez fight next. And when Samson Lukowicz starts acting crazy and talking real stupid, I don't want people to say that it was a duck. It is what it is. Thank you for having me.
All right, shout out to Hashirama. Now, I'm gonna say this. Is Canelo held to a higher standard? Yes, he is. There's a double standard when it comes to Canelo, and he is held to a higher standard than someone like maybe a Gervonta Tank Davis or a Jamal Charlo or Demetrius Andrade, or he's held to a different standard when it comes to certain fighters. That is true. Shout out to LRG dropping a $2 super chat. He said, "How was he a hoe when he undisputed?" And that's the reality of the situation. Certain fighters are held to different standards than other fighters. When you talk to certain people about fighters that they don't like or whatever requirement that they have, when you ask them questions, you'll find that they don't have the same requirements for their fighter. Caller, hold on, don't hang up. Shout out to Boston Logic United. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Canelo fought every member of Menudo and Los Lonely Boys. He said that record do have some question marks. I get what you're saying. I mean, if you feel his record has some question marks, okay, so you know what? We're gonna look at his record then. We're gonna look at the record. Hey, Marvin, we're gonna pull our resumes now. Caller, what's the name where you calling from?
Sour Diesel from Albuquerque, New Mexico, by way of Phoenix.
Sour Diesel, New Mexico. Talk to me.
Man, so wow. First off, Coach, I'd like to say, man, I appreciate your work, bro, for real. I really do, and big fan. But yeah, man, I called in the night of the fight, man, and I gave you my opinion. And you know what, man, just look with a fresh pair of eyes, man. Like, wow, like I think Canelo should stay away from Dimitri Bivol. I think he should gear towards David Benavidez, Mm-hmm. But like, man, based on if that was his approach, like that was my style that he wanted to use to beat Ryder. I don't think that's the style that's gonna get any, you know what I mean? I think Bivol's gonna school him, man, for real. And as far as with David Benavidez, man, it's just he has that youth, you know what I mean, on his side, and just the style that he used, man, I just thought it was just he's a little flat-footed, just really slow, man. he took a lot of uppercuts, and then just to talk that shit, you know what I mean? Like, they're over here hating, you know what I mean? But I think they need to start training with some brothers, man. Like, I think Canelo needs to work on his footwork. Like, I think he needs to ditch Reynoso and go somewhere else, fam, because that version of Canelo, I don't know, man. It seemed like he took a step back somewhat, but maybe that was the style that they were going for. Like, all right, we're just going to go for it and walk this guy down. But I was honestly personally hoping to see, like, some pep in his step, a little bit of, some sweet feet.
So basically to summarize it, from what I saw, Canelo was very predictable in his offense. He was throwing the same punch combinations after the knockdown. I did see that. So it's like it's kind of like you knew what punch combination he was going to throw before he threw it. We know he's going to throw the left hook to the body. We know he's going to double the left jab and then try to swing the right hook. Just try to throw the right hook around the guard. Body shot. Then try to change the trajectory of the left hook. Show him that hook. Show him the left hook. Show him the left hook to the body, and then try to come over the top of the head. So it's kind of like you kind of knew what some of the things that he was going to do, but I spoke about that on the live. I said he becoming very predictable offensively. He didn't know. It seemed like he didn't know what else to do, and he was tired. He did look kind of slow. That is true, but he won 9 rounds. So I need to open up the phone lines for everybody. Let me let you wrap it up. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, Coach. Just real quick, your thoughts. Just a simple. Who do you think would win, John Ryder or Caleb Plant?
They got to fight each other. I don't know. I can't say John Ryder.
Okay, cool. Word, all right. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm gonna know they got to fight each other
because
sure. Styles make fights.
Hell yeah. All righty, Coach. Hey, man, thank you for your time, man. And again, man, I appreciate your work. And we fucked with you at the food truck, man. We're going to be bumping you later, too. So,
yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. Keep it up, brother. Hey, I really appreciate it.
Shout out to Sal Diesel, man. New Mexico, stand up. He said, Coach, I told you don't sleep on Ryder. Yeah, I mean, some people said don't sleep on Ryder, but what does that mean, though? Did you think Ryder was going to go 12 rounds? Please don't tell me you thought Ryder was going to go 12 rounds. Because I have people telling me, I told you this, I told you that, but ain't nobody told me he was going to go 12 rounds. Most people who voted in the poll said that Ryder was going to get knocked out. So that's just the truth. Shout out to Drew. I'm dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, Coach, you know how they think. He said, what's the excuse going to be when David promoter and Dad said they're going in a different direction and won't go to the zone? Yeah, they did say that. They said that. But the thing is that's where the double standard comes in at. That's what the double standard, and I tell you guys a lot about confirmation bias. When you hear information that doesn't confirm what you want to believe, that's confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is rejecting information that you don't want to hear or don't want to believe when it goes against your narrative. If it doesn't confirm what you already want to believe, you'll reject it. If it confirms what you want to believe, you'll accept it. And that's just what it is, whether it's truthful or not. So that's just pretty much what goes on, But it is what it is. Fuck it. I'm not tripping either way. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is J-Rock from DC.
J-Rock from DC. Talk to me, fam.
What's up, man, Coach? Hey, I'm mad because I missed the live for the fight. Mm-hmm. Man, I had a hell of a headache, and I fell asleep on the fight. But I watched that the next day or whatever, and I was confused because everybody was like, man, Canelo fell off and everything. And then I'm watching the fight, and I'm like, he kind of dominating this nigga John Ryder, but that's neither here nor there. But I think John Ryder had his moments in the fight. He was fighting real good inside with that uppercut. And that right hook was coming over the top, catching Canelo clean. He was catching him clean in the pocket with that right hook over the top. So he had his moments in there, but I just think he ain't having the puncher power to do nothing with Canelo. And you gonna need some puncher power to knock Canelo out or hurt him. Triple G, one of the only people that we done seen really touch up Canelo and rock him. But on Canelo though, I think he just sitting at high guard a little bit too much. He don't got the upper body movement that he used to have when he was younger. Like the bend at the waist that he had.
Man, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I had forgot all about that. That's what surprised me. Canelo lateral movement. Yeah. That lateral movement is not there anymore. And you know, now me again, me not having a dog in the race, I could be objective. And I'm just being honest with you, like a diehard Canelo fan, they probably don't want to admit that, you know, because some of them are like that. He fought perfectly, he's a perfect fighter. He didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't get hit. Some of them are delusional. I'm talking about the fanatical Canelo fans. Some of them are delusional. But the fact of the matter is, he did look slow. The lateral movement wasn't there. Canelo was getting hit with punches he saw coming, but he literally could not get out of the way of it. He couldn't get out of the way of it. You know what I mean? So that's just the truth. The upper body movement, slipping in the pocket, and countering, that's not there. That's not there.
I think another thing
it wasn't there for this fight. It wasn't there for this fight. No, he kind of showed a little bit of it against Bivol. He did show a little bit of it against Bivol. That's why I was confused. He showed a little bit of it against Bivol. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I think another thing he need to do, Coach, like you said, his punches are getting predictable now. Like if he's gonna choose that style, I think he need to change up his tempo of his punches. Like everything can't come at that tempo.
You talking about the same speed? You know, he got to change the speed.
Yeah, they coming at the same speed. Yeah, you got when you in that pocket like that, you gotta stay busy, but everything can't be power. So I think if Canelo worked his jab a little more and then he start changing the tempo of his speed, he might not need as much upper body, but that shit ain't there no more. Shit ain't there no more.
All right, shout out to J-Rock from DC. Salute, fam. You get what I'm saying? So, that wasn't there. That wasn't there. And I called, I'm like, man, that upper body ain't there. And he gassed out. Like after the 5th round, he was visibly tired. Now, I understood why John Ryder was tired. He had a broken nose and he couldn't breathe. John Ryder had a broken nose and he couldn't breathe, but like literally, you know what I mean? Shout out to LRG. Hey, okay. Dropping that half a dub on your boy. He say hand surgery. Canelo breaks his nose, drop him twice, and dominates the fight. He said he fell off. Benavidez go 12 rounds of plant equals domination. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Drew.
Drew, what's going on?
Oh, chilling, baby. So some interesting things, Coach. I was there in Guadalajara, as you know.
Yeah, you was there.
It was a great atmosphere, great event. I will say I did see slippage in Canelo. He's slipping. His reflexes are not the same. He's not that Canelo that fought Danny Jacobs with the bounce in the step and the head movement. Having said that, John Ryder was a lefty. I did pick it to go 12, like I picked Triple G and Canelo to go 12 because I don't think Canelo's going to knock anybody out anymore. But he's still the best at 168. And what I found funny, Coach, was I was in the first class lounge coming home yesterday. I saw the head of the Saudi guy, Amir, from the sports competition, and I'm like, why is he out here? So they trying to get Canelo in Saudi. But he also said that they are trying, he confirmed everything because he saw me in the first class lounge. Like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. He confirmed that they are trying to actively make Crawford inspect. So, and that $50 million that Crawford was talking about was real. So they really trying to make these moves out here. And I just found that very interesting, Coach. That okay, that's going on. Why else would he fly all the way out to Guadalajara for this fight? You know what I mean? Where he's got no horse in the race, other than the stuff behind the scenes moving. But like you said, Coach, it's okay to criticize a fighter. Like Canelo is slipping. He is not in his athletic prime anymore, and that's okay. But if his, like they say in the comments, if his resume is blown up, Coach, what is Boots and his resume? Boots ain't fought nobody. Boots ducked that Terrence Crawford mandatory smoke. Yeah. So, we just got to hold everybody to the. We have to have, like you said, Coach. We have to have a boxing criteria.
Man,
you know what I'm saying, Coach?
Man, when I pull up these dudes, like when I pull up these dudes' resumes, this is what I like to do. When I pull up these dudes' resumes and I look at their boxing accomplishments, not your feelings, not your emotions. When I look at the boxing accomplishments, and it doesn't compare to the guy who you're criticizing, it's a whole nother. It's a whole nother argument. Because I did this before several times on the show, so it is what it is. But shout out to Drew, man. You got a lot of noise in the background. But hey, thanks for calling the show, man. LA, stand up. I just try to be fair. I'm like, fair is fair. I try to be fair. If you saying one guy ain't doing something, then the guy who you capping for, he better very well be doing that. If you telling me, and you guys know what I used to say all the time. If you telling me this guy got to fight King Kong, then your fighter better be fighting Godzilla. If you telling me this fighter better be fighting the Powerpuff Girls, then your fighter better be fighting Mojo Jojo. If you telling me this fighter need to be fighting He-Man, well, your fighter better be fighting Skeletor. You get what I'm saying? If you telling me, well, your fighter need to be fighting Optimus Prime, well, that fighter better be fighting Megatron. And if those fighters ain't doing none of that, how the hell you gonna criticize another fighter for doing better than any of the fighters who you capping for? Like, you can't have it both ways. Do you only hold one fighter to a certain criteria, or do you hold all the fighters to a certain criteria? And what I notice is there's a lot of double standards and hypocrisies here, and they don't keep that same energy. They don't keep that same energy, bro. I be noticing that. They don't keep that same energy, bro. Like, they don't, they won't be honest for whatever the reason may be. Call what's your name when you calling from?
Coach, what's happening? This Casino like Chris.
Casino, talk to me, fam.
Man, what's going on, man? And we talking about my boy Canelo, man. What's going on with Canelo, man? It's some shit that's normal, but it's like, when you such a big name, it's gonna make the headlines when you start to leave your prime and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happened to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just leaving his prime. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he beat John Ryder. I didn't think that shit was gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that shit was gonna be a hard fight, but I mean, shit, he still got the job done. I mean, like, he's not done. He can still get more fights. I don't know how many of them he gonna win, but shit, he done had a Hall of Fame career. So I mean, it is what it is. It happens to everybody. You're a Hall of Famer. You fight past your prime. You start to obviously decline, and that's how that's going on. I mean, it's normal. Like, it ain't taking nothing away from him. Like, I can look at him and just be real. Like, I ain't gotta act like he's not declining, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see it with my own eyes and shit,
Yeah, the upper body.
I'm just being realistic.
The lateral movement wasn't there at all. The lateral movement wasn't there. I think that was the first thing that really visibly stood out to me. The lateral movement wasn't there, and I did see he gas out. Now, he always have a history of gassing out, getting tired of fights. He does do that.
Man, he did a lot of things.
But
my bad.
No, but I'm saying, that lateral movement that would shock me. That lateral movement wasn't there.
Yeah, he ain't had a lateral movement. Also, he was literally throwing like the same combination. He was trying to throw that hook to the body all night. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing. It was like, it's almost like it's really like he not even like, he done got so far in his career and made so much money. It's like I don't think him and Eddie Reynoso really be working on shit, bro. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they just ride.
No, go ahead.
I mean, only thing I think they be working on is that same combination, because that combination is the same combination he do in his media workouts. Like, if you watch his media workouts, that's the same combination he did all fight. He do the same shit. So it's like, maybe they just working on that. You know, I don't know what they doing, bro. Like I don't know. I mean, it might be his body, like his knees and shit like that, but I don't know, bro. Like, he didn't, like you said, he didn't have no lateral movement, and he was predictable. And he didn't have no stamina, and I mean, it's coming to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he fights Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So he can pass the torch. But he might fuck around and you know what I'm saying? You can't never count out Canelo. Like, even though he's on the decline, he might fuck around and knock Benavidez ass out, like, just for the and then retire. He might do that shit. You never know. It's still Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see him beating Benavidez. I don't see him beating Bivol either. But he can still do it because he's still he's still a Hall of Fame fighter, and he's still only like 32. So I mean, he can still he can shock the world and shit. Because right now everybody think he over with. You know what I'm saying? He can shock the world. You know what I'm saying? He's still Canelo. He still got big power. He got all that. So he's just looking at the end of his career. He had a Hall of Fame career, and it's the end of it. I mean, everybody go through the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, shout out to Casino Light Prayer. Salute, ATL, stand up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Coach Eddie from the ATL.
Coach Eddie from the ATL, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Good topic today. Overrated or hated? I think it's both, Coach. To me, it's like Canelo had two careers. He had one career in Mexico. He had one career when he came over here to the United States. And with him, like I said, he got a well-orchestrated career. They think, they seen a kid that had the potential to make a whole lot of money, so they moved him right. That's all it is. Boxing's all about, moving the guy right, maximizing the money.
Yeah.
And
And that's what I thought. Like I said, they put him in with Shane Mosley. Shane was 40 years old, but he had a built-in resume. Great champion, lightweight. I think the reason why Canelo get a lot of hate is because he never really fought guys when they was at their best. He always called you they was too old, or he was bringing them up, or he was putting weight stipulations on. I remember at the Canelo weight, he weighed in at 155. He was short the next day and weighed 182 pounds. I think Canelo weighed 182 after weighing in at 155. So he's fighting guys like Amir Khan, Liam Smith, all these guys, these small guys, Matthew Hatton. But then all the Canelo fans turn around and say, well, Boo Boo don't deserve a title. He don't deserve a shot. What has he done? But what did Matthew Hatton do to deserve a shot? You know, what did all these other guys do to deserve a shot? So that's some real diehard Canelo fans who try to hate for Canelo. I ain't saying that, Canelo probably could have beat Boo Boo. Probably could have beat Charlo, but he never did it. And I know for a fact, one of my homeboys named Keandre Leatherwood, he used to go up to a camp with Canelo. And he say the reason why they don't like fighting black fighters is because most of Canelo's sparring partners are black. And he said, what Canelo does, he'll steal your move. He said, you go out and do something on him, the next day he'll do it on you. He don't like fighting black fighters. That's why Eddie Reynoso said we don't like fighting black fighters, because the majority of his freaking sparring partners are black. Why didn't he give Ronald Ellis a shot? Because that's one of his sparring partners. And Ronald Ellis would give him trouble in sparring. But he never gave him a shot, but he gave that guy Yurgim a shot, which is one of his sparring partners.
So Eddie, what I'm gonna do? I'm finna pull up. I got some names up here. I got Canelo's resume. I have Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade's resume. I have David Benavidez's resume. And I just want to see. I know you say Canelo been moving funny, and I guess that's what you're saying. And he's not.
No, he's well orchestrated.
You know what I mean? So
no, Canelo got the best resume. He got the best resume out of it. He got a better resume than both of them two jokers combined.
Okay.
He got a better resume than them guys.
All right. Well, shout out to Coach Eddie. I'm from the ATL. Salute, fam. Thank you for calling the show. Let me get a super chat out the way. Let's see. Shout out to average boxing fan dropping a $2 super chat. Said the last time Nello looked good was versus Jacobs. Okay. And then shout out to you again, average boxing fan. You said drop a $2 super chat. Said Nello changed his style out to Jacobs. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, we finna see who has a valid argument. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Raphael from New York. What's going on, Coach?
Raphael from New York. Talk to me.
So regarding your question regarding the rating of Canelo, I do think that the guys are overrated right now. I think they have him on pound list. Don't remember if it's ESPN or not, but I think they have him like top 5 on the 5 spot. I do think he's overrated. However, he has earned the right to be at the position that he's at. Number one, no one told Benavidez to lose his belt on the scale. Number two, no one told the Charlo to be pretty much on the shelf for 2+ years. Number three, no one told Andrade to be pretty much not fighting top fighters that should be being fought. And at the end of the day, Canelo is managing his career the way he wants to manage it. A lot of fans don't really understand that there's pretty much business involved in boxing, and a lot of the time, boxers go based on what their managers / promoters have to say. So all fighters has to fight their fighters.
So is it all fighters?
I say a majority of the fighters.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, Benavidez may want to fight someone, but if Al Heyman says, "Hey, listen, this is what's best for you," they're gonna do whatever the manager is advising. Unlike Ryan Garcia, who said, "Fuck that, I'll accept all the terms and get knocked the fuck out." But
So
at the end of the day,
you saying all that? So you saying all that to say what? Well, I'm trying to figure out
What I'm trying to say is that yes, even though Canelo may be seen as overrated and pretty much at a top notch, at the end of the day, he earned the right to be at the position that he's at. If he's calling shots at who he wants to fight and how he wants to dictate the terms, he earned that by pretty much guiding his career the way that he did it. That no one should be dictating, because at the end of the day, any other fighter who would be at Canelo's shoes, that we probably doing the same thing, cashing them checks and not fighting the top fighters. That's all I gotta say, Coach.
All right, shout out to Raphael from New York. All right, let me try to get you a call. Let me go ahead and show these resumes. Yeah, I'm finna show you resume. So let's look at some of these slick black fighters y'all talking about. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Unbiased fan, Grim Reaper. How you doing, Coach? Good afternoon.
Unbiased fan, talk to me.
Canelo overhated, man. They hate him, man. Heavy who wears the crown, to be honest with you, man. That's what it is. I mean, you said it before. Anybody who gets into this position or you get close to the position, you're gonna have distractors. You're gonna have people that's not gonna like you. The thing is, what gets me so much about this is the people be caping for fighters that are inactive. This is the generation where I've seen more caping for inactive fighters more than I've ever have seen. Fighters who fight, once every 2 years, and we up here caping for them. I mean, I'm sorry, but every time we bring up Boo Boo's name, it's like you think about Yanni back, you think about Parker, you think about all the fights he didn't fight, not the fights he did have. And we up and people up here caping for it. They don't make sense to me.
No, I mean, it makes perfect sense. This is what I'm saying. It's the double standards of it. Like the very same thing that a lot of people who don't like Canelo, and again, I'm not Mexican, and I'm not trying to pander to the Mexican fan base. I really don't give a damn. But I got to be honest. The same people who, whatever you're accusing Canelo of doing, you say his resume is maybe, I don't know, smoke and mirrors, or his resume is, I forgot the word the brother used, manufactured. I'm like, when I look at these other guys, I'm like, okay, well, if becoming a four division world champion, having several Hall of Famers on your resume, having 63 fights, and becoming undisputed in the weight division and the future Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, if that's manufactured and overrated, please give me an example of the fighters who you saying that he's avoided, ducked, whatever the case may be. Please show me some examples that those guys are the examples of what you're talking about, what Canelo should have done.
Word.
That's all I got to say. So, I got other calls calling in, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and I'm gonna let you wrap it up.
All right, no doubt, man. I mean, going good to the next call. I appreciate you, man. But listen, Canelo is overhated. I know that, but Canelo is overhated. I mean, you could try to throw out overrated at maybe at this point because he is at the beginning of the back nine of his career. But the fact of the matter is, people hate him more than ever. I mean, it is what it is. That's what comes with the territory. I don't have nothing against Canelo. I'm not a Canelo fan, but I'm not going to sit here and attack somebody who did 5 times more than what this next boxer that you're caping for has done. I'm sorry. Go out there and make fights, and you earn your position. It could have been Boo Boo instead of Ryder, but Boo Boo chose to go a different path.
All right. Shout out to Unbiased fan. Salute. Let me get these super chats out the way, man. Get this resume. Shout out to LRG. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said Boo Boo was supposed to fight Canelo if he never had pulled out of the Parker fight. Okay. Shout out to Optimus Prime. I'm dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm finna pull this shit up right. I got it right here. We finna pull it up too. Shout out to hold on, Carla, hold on. Optimus Prime, what did he say? He said, you think Ryder versus Berlinger is a good test for Berlinger to get a shot at Canelo? He said, after last night, that might be a tough test for Edgar. I think Ryder stock rose last night. I mean, the other night, even though he lost 9 rounds, but he put up a valiant effort with the broken nose. Like, he earned my respect. So John Ryder, Edgar Berlanga, I wouldn't mind saying John Ryder fight Demetrius Andrade, to be honest with you. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, what's good with you?
Ron, boy, talk to me, fam.
Man, look, real quick, man. I think my man hit it. Cinnamon is I'm convinced that Cinnamon might be next to Floyd. He's probably the most hated boxer because this shit is unreal. And Ali, of course. But this shit is absolutely unreal. If you've ever seen Cinnamon in person and seen a real 168-pounder or seen a real 175-pounder, it is absolutely nothing overrated about Cinnamon Alvarez. Absolutely nothing. But see, that's the difference. And you hit it. When you started this shit off, you said one of the best things ever, and I've been saying this since 2017. American boxing fans are terrible. They're fucking trash. Yeah. Them UK boxing fans, them real motherfuckers. They real. Yeah. In the general sense of talking boxing, UK smashed the general American boxing fan. It doesn't even come close. Because these motherfuckers just not real, Mo. Like, none of this shit is too much double standard. Yeah. It's too much protection. I was like, just look at Cinnamon resume. It's ain't in this shit. And your favorite boxer is not doing a fraction of what this man doing. If these motherfuckers is on Cinnamon level, Benavidez should have been in his third weight class by now. Charlo should have been on his third weight class by now. Earl should have been on his fourth or fifth weight class by fucking now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you? Reggie will have a real belt at 29 years old right now. But we sit here talking about Cinnamon Alvarez being overrated. Cinnamon fella, of course he's supposed to fucking fall off. He's 32 fucking years old. It's about that time, right?
Yeah.
This is nothing new to real boxing fans. This is acceptable. But for him to say because he fell off and took a leg, he still ain't the face of boxing, or he's still a betting favorite versus everybody at 68. He fell off that fucking much. So if I was like my man said, and like I've been saying, Cinnamon needs to fight Benavidez in September, and I guarantee he's the betting favorite, and I guarantee he wins that fight. And now I don't want to hear nothing about Cinnamon and aged out Benavidez. Cinnamon waited till Benavidez couldn't make 68 no more to fight him. You already know the excuse, because I think the fight is going to happen. But that's all I got, Mo. I ain't got time for this bullshit no more, man.
Shout out to Ron Boy from DC.
Needs to stop.
All right, shout out to Ron Boy from DC. Salute, fam. All right, let's cool. So if the argument is Canelo is overrated, so his Canelo being overrated is going to be based on the fighters who he's fought and his overall accomplishments. So my brother Damon said that Canelo resume is manufactured. So he's an overrated fighter, and that's going to be based upon smoke and mirrors of his resume, who he's fought, and his accomplishments. So let's look at that. Let's look at that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Damon Wester.
Repeat what your name is. Where you calling from?
Right here, Damon Wester.
Oh, Damon wants to talk to me.
What's good with you, man? Hey, coach.
Where you calling from? Where you calling from, fam?
I'm calling from BMO.
BMO. Talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I'm not tank. I'm a Tank fan, but I understand. He ain't the face of boxing yet. Canelo still got that right now. Canelo still got that on lock right now. It's just that I'm not a Canelo hater. It's just I want to see fights. I'm a fan of boxing. I want to see fights. Mm-hmm. And the resume thing, you pulling up everybody's resume, ain't proving shit, coach. You my man, I love you. It ain't proving nothing because it's not about your resume. It's about opportunities. Lopez and Lomo proved that. Bivol and Canelo just proved that. You say you don't want to talk about Lomo and all. Talk about Bivol. 19 fights. Inexperienced. Beat the brakes off that man. Why? Because he got an opportunity to show his talent. These other guys, they ain't got the talent. They can't do what Canelo did. They can't fight 4 times. You know, they ain't got the fight date for all that. They can't demand all these fights to be. But Canelo can. He can pick and choose who he wants and who he chooses. This is why he get the hate, because he chooses the most weakest, subpar, opponents that he can find. Knowing everybody out there want to see him fight these other people. And you can actually in the last 3 years, coach, who has he given us? What fight has Canelo given us that we wanted to, that the fans wanted to see?
Let me ask you a question. When you say we, because how you feel about Canelo? Hear me out. Hear me out. How you feel about Canelo? I don't think you can speak for all of the boxing fans, but the fans do want to see him fight David Benavidez. That's been a high pitch forever. I know you say the resume doesn't mean anything. It's about the opportunities. So the question I have for you is this: okay, how can you explain to me fighters who are signed to the same promotional company, signed to the same network, that had an opportunity to fight each other? What stopped them from fighting each other? Fighters who What stop a fighter who signed to the same promotional company, signed to the same network, same side of the street, same manager, all that stuff? What stopped them from fighting each other?
What stopped them? Balls. That's what stopped them. Ain't nobody want to fight Earl Smith until he looked at subpar and looked at weak out there. Ain't nobody want to jump in there. Danny Garcia, they didn't want to jump in there.
No, I forget. No, I ain't talking about. No, I don't want to pivot to welterweight. We're talking about 168 pounds. I'm talking about 168 pounds. I want to say that specifically. So the fighters. Let me do it a little bit better. David Benavidez has been at 168 pounds probably his whole career, right?
Right.
He hasn't fought anybody. The only fight he's fought thus far, he's fought Caleb Plant. That was the first fight he's fought. And Caleb Plant didn't fight anybody until he fought Canelo. So Caleb Plant got on the map by losing to Canelo and undisputed. And then David Benavidez, he finally had his first step-up fight. So can you explain to me why is that?
It's not about. I thought we were talking about Canelo.
Yeah, no. We're talking about Canelo, but you're saying that you know it's based on who Canelo isn't fighting. It's based on who he isn't fighting. So my thing is, and you said it's about opportunities. So my thing is, there are fighters who you say that Canelo hasn't fought or isn't fighting that's signed to the same promotional company on the same side of the street, same network. They had opportunities to fight those other fighters who you said that Canelo isn't fighting. Is there a reason why they didn't take advantage of those opportunities when they're on the same side of the street?
It's balls, coach. That's the simple answer. Balls.
Okay. So you saying it was cowards. So you saying it was cowards.
Andre was on the same side over there with his own and everything. He could never get a fight. You seen what happened when he tried to get a fight with Canelo. The same side. You see, with Triple G, you seen it, the same side. That man jumped out the ring. He went underneath the motherfucking mat and came up out after Triple G motherfucking match was over with and jumped out there. Security had to kick him out of there because it wasn't, they were scared to fight the man. It was about balls, man. They didn't want to fight the man.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Trent and Benavidez fought already. So what's this? They fought each other. It took a while, but it happened.
Yeah, they just fought each other. But my thing is this here. Let me ask you this. So how did John Ryder get in a position to fight Canelo?
He got in there technically because David Morrell, he was David Morrell's mandatory.
WBA.
If they fought, I'm gonna get to that part. I know where you're going at with this. Mm-hmm. David Morrell was originally John Ryder's mandatory, but him and Jacob, once they fought, the title eliminated and everything. That was supposed to be lined up already.
David Morrell and Ryder was a mandatory? When was that?
That was in the WBA regular. That's what I was telling you earlier from Boxing News 24/7. And also me following boxing and just knowing that they eliminated. They was lined up to fight for the regular title. Andre dropped out, and that's when Ryder popped in. That's how he got his side. He hopped in trying to fight Parker because Andre didn't want to fight for that little bit of money, which he's a millionaire. Why you want to fight for $200,000? We got split this, and I've been getting $7 million to fight with his own. It don't make sense. But I hear what you were saying. He should have took that damn fight. To shut all his haters up.
I want to make sure I understand you correctly. So what you're telling me is John Ryder and David Morrell, because David Morrell is the WBA Reggie Belt champion. They were they were mandatories. They were mandated to fight each other. Is that what you're telling me?
The Reggie Belt don't really have no mandatory. But they was in the tournament to fight him, a title eliminator. Everybody thinks it was for the WBO, but it wasn't for the WBO. He popped in there with Andre. He was a substitute for Andre for that Parker fight. And so they say he earned it. No, he was a substitute. He ain't earned nothing.
So how did John Ryder end up fighting Zach Parker for the WBO mandatory?
Because Andre punk ass didn't want the money, and he did what he usually do, pull out a fight and made himself look suspect again. Ain't no defending that, coach.
So John Ryder was the mandatory in the WBA and the WBO? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he was originally for the WBA. That's what he was fighting Jacobs for.
And what
Go
happened?
back and watch this. It was a WBA regular for him and Jacobs.
So why?
He robbed anyway.
No. You talking about Danny Jacobs?
Danny Jacobs. That's when.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Morrell. I thought you were talking about Morrell. I thought you said something about Morrell. David Morrell.
Jacobs and Ryder were fighting for. They was in the title eliminator for Morrell's title. Yeah. For David Morrell's title.
Okay.
He got out of that and jumped in and substituted himself for Umbra.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to tell you in the chat. I got a lot of haters and all that. Hey, I don't hate Canelo. I just want him to fight who we want him to fight, who we want to see him, a boxing fan. If you the face, say you the face. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So before I let you go, do you have the same criteria for Tank Davis?
Hell yeah, I do. I'm from Baltimore.
Is Tank Davis moving? Is Tank Davis an example of what you want to see Canelo do?
No, I want him to be way better than that, man. I want Shakur. I want Devin. I want legacy, man. You can't represent my town just fighting these mediocre ass fights, man.
Okay.
You know, you gotta earn that shit, man.
All right, we got other calls calling in. Damon, thank you, bro. Be more, stand up. Salute. All right. So the brothers say the resume don't mean anything. I knew they were gonna say that. Okay, so the resume don't mean that. So, all right. I feel like I don't had this show like 4 times. This is my 4th time having a show like this. Okay, all right. Whoo, boy, this is wow. This is like pulling teeth. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from.
You got to turn that background noise in the background. You got to turn that down.
I'm calling from Michigan.
What's your name?
Canelo.
All right, so you trolling. Your name Canelo, you calling from Michigan. What is it that you want, sir?
This is that live thing going on?
Man, what is it that you want?
Keep my mind.
Man, I ain't got time to be, man. You a kid, man. Go play with some toys or something, man. Hey, phone lines open, man. 530-494-9366. I ain't got time for no kids, man. Y'all, go play with some toys. Play with a G.I. Joe with a Kung Fu grip or something, man. This ain't, we talking boxing over here, man. You sound like one of them Wakanda niggas or something. Anyway, so. All right, so now, David Benavidez. All right, okay.
Adrian Reyna.
All right, this D-Block right here. I got his number saved in my phone. Ooh, Lord have mercy, boy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's your inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
D-Block, talk to me.
Damn, Coach, back to back, man. I mean, you got Uncle Joe just called and shit. Didn't know what the hell he was fumbling the football. Didn't know what the hell I don't know what he was trying to say at the end of the day, man. I mean, I don't know what kind of crack they cooking up there in Baltimore, but I'll tell you something, man. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. At least he said Baltimore. I mean, at least he said Tank Davis got to fight legit fighters. You know what I mean?
I mean, I thought you were talking about the last guy.
Make it make sense.
I thought you were talking about the last guy who called trolling.
Fuck him, Coach.
Yeah, no. My thing is, I'm trying to. This is what's frustrating me. All right, what's frustrating me is this. Okay, I get your argument. Canelo has a manufactured record, manufactured career. He ain't fought nobody. He ducking and dodging. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we go about proving that? You go by proving that by looking at who he fought.
Yeah.
You go by proving that by looking at his resume. And I would be remiss if, okay, you said, well, he ain't fight that guy. He ain't fight that guy. He ain't fight that guy. I said, okay, cool. Okay, if he haven't fought those guys, my question is, are you holding those guys to the same criteria? Because when I look at this man's resume, he got some Hall of Famers on there. He got a whole lot of people on there. But the reason why, now this is how I feel about DeMont. Shout out to the brother from B-More. Now, the reason why they don't want to pull up the resumes, because the resumes destroys their argument. See, the resume destroys their argument. When I pull out them resumes and you say, okay, but the fighter you capping for, you do know he ain't fighting no goddamn body.
Fact.
Yeah, but you do know that this other fighter you capping for, you know that you say Canelo does. You know he ain't fought nobody. I literally have articles on here where Canelo and Demetrius Andrade, Canelo was trying to make a fight with Demetrius Andrade. I showed it on the show. I have it bookmarked on my computer. Like literally when Canelo was at middleweight, he was trying to, he was mandated to fight Derevyanchenko. His WBO title was on the line or something. No, his WBA or WBC title. Oh, no, the IBF. I think it was the IBF. One of those titles was on the line.
Yeah.
He only needed one more belt to become undisputed. Andrade had the WBO. And I got an article, literally found the article, what happened. So that didn't work out. And he immediately went into negotiations to try to negotiate a fight to fight Demetrius Andrade. Him and Andrade. And I think it was the IBF? I think it was the IBF. They say, no, if you do that, we're gonna strip. It was the IBF, and they stripped him of his belt. Like no one talks about that. I have the article. I literally have the article. So my thing is, okay, fine. So Canelo ain't fought nobody's resume manufactured. Can you give me an example of who doesn't have a manufactured resume? That's black. The black fighters. Can you give me an example of that? And you can't bring up Floyd. And the thing is, when I go to doing that, it's like, God damn, we ain't got to talk about resumes. And why we got to bring that up? And you know what we got to do? See, you trying to pull up who he fought, and we ain't talking about nobody else. We talking about Canelo, and he ducked that dude. I said, but the dude you say he ducked, this dude ain't fighting nobody, and that dude ain't fought since '72, and that dude right there, he ducking and dodging like left and right. Yeah, he ducking and dodging, but that ain't the point. The point is, no, that is the point. Because you're holding one fighter to a different standard than you're holding the other fighters that you're capping for. That's what I don't understand. And the guy that you're tearing down, saying he ain't fighting nobody, he literally, his resume destroys anyone that you're talking about. There's no comparison. So I'm trying to get it together, but they telling me, no, you can't look at the resumes. Well, if I can't look at the resume, what the hell I can look at?
Yeah.
But go ahead, go ahead, Black. Go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to let you know. I'm gonna let you know, man. Like, you know how I feel. I feel about B-more. You know, I mean, you know how I feel about Baltimore, man. Ain't no hate I got more than for Baltimore, and it's okay with me because at the end of the day, I will be proven with my facts. Okay, it will come. Believe me, it will come. The way I look at Shakur and Devin Haney coming at him, you know what I mean? Ain't no avoiding this shit after he comes out of jail, coming out from his house and shit, house arrest. Mr. I'm the face of boxing ass. But I'm gonna tell you something like this. Exactly what these people want to come up here with your show, coach, is to let you know what? That Canelo's fake. He's a fraud. He's not proving himself for nothing. Mm-hmm. Don't show me the resume, because at the end of the day, you can't change. It's okay. It's okay to disagree. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at the facts. Okay, Rick? I'm gonna tell you, Rick, because I see your comment, Rick Tim. He put like this. He put the resumes don't matter. Canelo has ducked them regardless of who they fought or haven't fought. See, that's the problem with this, man. That you got people like Rick Timms out there that all he stands for is just what? Not reality, man. It's all fake. It's all false. So, Rick, when you want to talk about and compare other fighters or who they fought, like Charlo hasn't fought for 2 years, keep it straight. Keep it with facts, man. Don't come up here with fake stuff, man. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville.
Shout out D-Block. All right, so the critics say Canelo Alvarez is manufactured. He ain't fought nobody. He ducking and dodging. Okay, fine. Got no problem with that. Anybody, can you give me an example of a fighter who Canelo is ducking and dodging, that is doing what you want Canelo to do? Please give me an example of a fighter that he's ducked and dodged. I just want to see. I want you guys to educate me. Please educate me, because I ain't learning shit right now. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie, New York.
Shout out to Jamie, New York. Talk to me.
Coach, I'll be honest with you, man. Sometimes it's a waste of time and energy to talk boxing with people that don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Canelo's a great fighter. He does have a great resume. He is a Hall of Famer. All these other dudes that they're talking about and comparing Canelo, to it and stuff. Listen, their resume, Charlo, Benavidez, Plant, maybe even Triple G. Canelo has a better resume than those guys combined.
You know,
when you really look at it.
This is the problem, Jamie. Jamie from New York.
Yeah.
This is the problem. You judge fighters based on who they fought. This is boxing criteria. You judge fighters based on who they fought. Who you fight does what? It goes on your resume.
That's right.
That's how you know. Oh yeah, when he fought. When we talk about Floyd Mayweather, we look at the names. Okay, damn, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. People say he fought Sugar Shane when he was past his prime. He was old. That's true, but he fought him. Okay, he fought Ricky. He fought Ricky Hatton. Okay, bam. He fought Manny Pacquiao past the prime, but that's okay. I mean, past the time when everybody wanted to see him, that's okay. Bam, he fought Chop Corley. He fought Diego Corrales. You know what I mean? He fought Castillo. You know, he fought you literally look. You got to look at the resume. There's no way around that. How the hell you gonna tell me? How a nigga gonna tell me resume don't matter in one breath, but then you say he ain't fought nobody? When literally people who you fought goes on your resume. How you know he ain't fought nobody? Do you know how you know? You gotta look at his resume. True.
Exactly. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
You gotta look at his resume.
Those other guys ain't. Yeah. Those other guys ain't doing shit. They're not doing nothing. They're just sitting around waiting for Canelo phone call. Because they're after that payday and they're afraid of losing that zero. They do not want to take chances. But again, Canelo the other night was a tough fight. It seems to me like he's slowing down a bit. That doesn't mean he's finished. I don't think he should retire. He's got a couple of years, a few fights, But yeah, man, everybody, it happens to all the great ones. He's 32, 33, whatever it is. But you know what? He's still got a few fights left, coach. And you know what? He's still gonna make the Hall of Fame. He's a great fighter. Whatever these other idiots, whatever they're talking about, they don't know shit about boxing, man. It's telling you, to be honest with you, it's a waste of time and energy, man, trying to talk to these guys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn. But shout out to Jamie from New York. Salute, fam. Thank you for
calling. I hear you. Yes, sir. Later, coach.
All right, so cool. All right, fuck the resume. I'm gonna look at the resume anyway. I don't fuck that. I'm looking at the resume anyways. I know why y'all don't want to look at the resume, because this kills your entire argument. Now, the same guys who say Canelo isn't fighting anybody, y'all say this was a cherry pick, but this guy was a WBO mandatory. All right? He fought Triple G 3 times. Now, if you want to make an argument for Triple G resume being manufactured, man, you could probably make an argument for that. I ain't know. You ain't gonna. You ain't got to really twist my arm to really go for that. but that's neither here nor there. But these are the same guy that said Dimitri Bivol was a cherry pick. I remember when this fight was announced, everybody, all the dudes on the internet who was criticizing this fight was saying, "Oh man, Canelo fighting another Eurobomb. He fighting a Eurobomb." And I'm on here like, wait a minute, man, god damn, wait a minute, what, this the same? This dude here is an Olympian. I remember when this dude used to fight on Sergey Kovalev undercard when that was with HBO. I'm like, what y'all mean he's a Eurobomb? The dudes who literally don't know, who only know about 5 or 6 fighters, they said this guy was a Eurobomb, Dimitri Bivol. And then everybody's, Canelo gonna knock him out in 8. He fighting a Eurobomb. And as soon as Dimitri Bivol beats Canelo, all of those guys became. As a matter of fact, not only that, I think Dimitri Bivol was a gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken. Well, y'all correct me on this, but I think Dimitri Bivol was a gold medalist. And not only that, once he beat Canelo, all the same dudes who said he was a Eurobomb yesterday, they fans today. True. Now, they pro Bivol now. They don't renounce their American citizenship. They Russian now. It's like, wait a minute, hold on, man. Like, but y'all just said this dude was a bum. So what that tells me is the guys who are making arguments for Canelo ain't fight nobody. The guys who's making that argument, they really don't know too much about boxing. Because those are some of the same guys who said Dimitri Bivol was a bum. They said Dimitri Bivol was a bum. Let that sink in. Y'all didn't know he was a gold medalist? Y'all didn't know the dude, some of the dudes he fought, who he beat? Because you don't watch him? Because you only know about the same 3 or 4 black fighters? Or the same 3 or 4 Hispanic fighters? You only know the same 3 or 4 Hispanic or black fighters. That's all you know. So anything outside of the scope of those 4 fighters that you know, everything is a bum? Boy, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Caleb Plant. Well, Caleb Plant ain't fought nobody. His claim to fame was he beat Fagan Butts. Caleb Plant beat a dude named Fagan Butts. Let that sink in. Wasn't nobody talking about Caleb Plant? When Caleb Plant was getting ready to fight Canelo, Caleb Plant became black. Caleb Plant he's a slick, oh man, he know the shoulder roll. He know the shoulder roll. You know what I mean? He didn't see that. Style all wrong. Canelo knock him out. Oh man, he keep beating them Euro bombs. That's what they say. But wait a minute. Y'all said that Caleb Plant, he got the shoulder roll. He a PBC fighter. He really a slick black fighter. That's what y'all said. Soon as Canelo knock him out, they move the goalposts again. Okay, if Canelo ain't fought nobody, fine. But who Caleb Plant fought? Oh, that's different. We ain't talking about Caleb Plant. Oh, we not? Oh, okay. Keep this in mind. When you say a fighter hasn't fought anybody, how do you know he hasn't fought anybody? You look at the resume. Who you fight goes on your resume. It's like a job. It's like a job, right? When you go job, they ask you your resume. Your resume is your work history. You get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to change nobody's mind. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But to me, your argument don't make no sense to me. Like, you're doing a bad job. If your goal is to convince me of your position, you're doing a bad job at it. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What it is, Coach? It's Thuggin' D from Baltimore, man.
Thuggin' D from Baltimore, talk to me.
What's up, man? I'm letting it be known, man. Canelo time over, Coach. You feel? He had his time, Coach. Let the young niggas shine, you feel? He doing good, but I don't remember the last time Canelo was an underdog, Coach. He ain't giving us the fights we want no more, you feel? So now he got to turn the keys over. That's all we saying. It's time to turn the keys over, and Ray Charles could see that. I think Canelo was an underdog. His last time being an underdog was against Floyd Mayweather. Tank last time being an underdog was Pedraza. Tank just fought Ryan Garcia. Canelo just fought John Ryder. Now, which one was the best fight for you, Coach?
John Ryder, the John Ryder fight.
You think so?
Yeah. It was a more competitive fight. The Tank Ryan Garcia fight. I mean, I think that was a foregone conclusion. Everybody kind of already knew
that was the fight that fans wanted to see, Coach.
But that ain't what you asked me.
You feel?
You got it. That ain't what you asked me. You asked me you say, Coach, which one do you think? I understand what you said. You say, which one do you think was the better fight? I'm telling you, from a boxing standpoint, the John Ryder and Canelo was the better fight. It was a more competitive fight.
You think it was more competitive?
Yes.
But he should have knocked that guy out, right, Coach?
I mean, I thought he was going to knock him out, but he didn't. But
that was our predictions, Coach.
Yeah, that was our predictions.
I had him getting knocked out. You had him getting knocked out.
That's true.
Why Canelo ain't knocked this guy out?
I mean, you can't knock everybody out. The same reason why everybody can't knock everybody out. I mean, it just happens. That's boxing, bro.
And I respect Canelo, man. He did a good job in the sport of boxing, man. He did a hell of a job, Hall of Fame career. We just tell him it's time to turn the keys over, Coach.
Okay.
That's it. You feel me?
All right, shout out to Thuggin' D from B-More. Salute. Shout out to I.O. Dave dropping that $2 super chat. He say it's American ethnocentrism. Coach. Yeah, ethnocentrism. I got you. Hold on. I missed a super chat right here. Shout out to Demar. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, does Bivol have a better resume than Canelo, coach? That's all I'm saying. Well, Canelo been fighting longer than Bivol, right? But Bivol has a good resume. Bivol has a pretty solid resume. And you will have to know about Bivol as well. Do some research on him to know the guys who he fought. Bivol has a good resume. That's what surprised me when people saying he was a bum. He's a Euro bum. He said I'm saying strictly resumes. Give Charlo and Andrade a shot. Okay, cool. All right, cool. He said give Charlo a shot. Give Charlo a shot. Okay. You mean this, Charlo?
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello. I mean the same Charlo that's ducking David Benavidez. This Charlo.
I move up in weight class, go up to 168, challenge this man for all the marbles.
The Mexican monster, yeah.
The Mexican. You keep throwing that up every time
I remember the guy was everybody scared of that guy. You talking a lot of shit. That's all I want you to say.
This Charlo.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
This Charlo.
If Benavidez can make 160, we can do it. If we can kind of catch weight in between 160 and 168. Benavidez is a 168 pounder that hasn't made the weight. He has no title. He has nothing to offer me. So that's why people keep mentioning Canelo and Golovkin, the higher stakes. I will fight Benavidez. All right, he's no problem to me. They talk alive, strong. I'm here, I'm that. But it's different when you get in there. You have to figure something out. Man, don't listen to it. Hey, fans, y'all keep it locked. We got bigger things in store.
All right, you want Canelo to give Andrade a shot. Okay. We're not going to pull Andrade's resume up because you say the resume don't matter. Canelo should just give him a shot. All right, this is the problem with that argument. You just called my brother Damon and you admitted that Jamal, you just admitted that Andrade had an opportunity to fight Canelo. All Andrade had to do was fight Zach Parker at 168 pounds. A fight that you acknowledge that he had an opportunity to fight, but he pulled out of the fight. He withdrew from the fight. And once he withdrew from that fight, he opened up the door to allow John Ryder to fight that same fight that would have got him to Canelo. So the question I have is, you know, when Andrade had an opportunity to fight, to get in that mandatory position to fight Canelo, he pulled out of it. So, like, what is Canelo? Like, what is he supposed to do? Like, I'm literally baffled. Like, what is he supposed to do? You got an opportunity to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed 168-pound champion of the world, super middleweight champion of the world, at 168 pounds. You moved up for the sole purposes of doing that. And then with the guy you had to fight in order to get to Canelo, you pulled out. John Ryder comes in, beats him, fights Canelo. Then everybody's complaining that Canelo is fighting John Ryder while ignoring the fact that Demetrius Andrade was supposed to be in that one in John Ryder's position. If we want to complain about, okay, Canelo shouldn't have fought John Ryder, I have no problem with that. But explain to me why Demetrius Andrade, who was in the same position, who's in the same position that Ryder took advantage of in order to get to Canelo, why when he had that opportunity, he turned it down. I don't want to hear nothing about what happened 20 years ago. I don't want to hear nothing about what happened at 154, and I'm talking about we're talking about right now. You know, that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, it ain't making no sense to me, fam. It really ain't making no sense to me. It ain't making no sense to me. You know, I mean, I got love for my brother Damon, but you can't admit and acknowledge, and that's why I asked you that question. That's why I asked you that question. You can't admit and acknowledge that, yeah, man, because Demetrius Andrade had opportunity, you know what I mean, to be in that position that Ryder was in, but he pulled out of that fight. He pulled out of that fight with Zach Parker because he didn't like the money. I remember that because the purse bid was for over $1 million. Boo Boo was gonna get paid over $1 million for that fight. Because it was like an 80-20 split? No, it was a 60-40 split. It was either 60-40 or 70-30, something like that. Because it was for the WBO. 60-40 split. He was going to get 60% of $1.6 million or something of that sort. So I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, you can't acknowledge that he did that in one breath and then complain that Canelo is fighting John Ryder in another breath when the only reason Canelo fought John Ryder was because Demetrius Andrade pulled out of a fight, an elimination fight that would have led him to Canelo. I mean, bro, like I don't know like what part of it's like trying to make sense out of not. It doesn't make sense to me, fam. That's all I'm saying, Damon. That ain't making no sense to me. To me, it's not making sense. To me, you know what I mean? To me. I want to say, Big Bronx, he said, I thought they were trying to pay Andrade like $200K for the Parker fight. He pulled out. No, Andrade pulled out of 2 purse bids. He pulled out of 2 purse bids. He pulled out of 2. The first one was for over $1 million. I remember that like it was yesterday. He pulled out of 2 purse bids. And Jamal Charlo, this guy hasn't fought in 2 years. So his career has been on hold because Canelo didn't pick him. Andrade and hold on. Andrade and Jamal Charlo, instead of sitting around waiting, like perfect example, Demetrius Bivol wasn't sitting around waiting on Canelo. Demetrius Bivol was going about his business, steady fighting people. So we're gonna have to pull up the resume. No, we gonna have to pull it up because we gotta pull up the resumes because I need to see something. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, coach, it's Rick from Toronto, man.
Rick, turn around and talk to me.
You know what? I call you coach because you teach me stuff every now and then, my man. And as opposed to like other people, it's a part of your moniker. But like, I'm gonna play it as such that look, call me an uneducated boxing follower. So if Canelo is the undisputed unified 168 champ, correct?
Right.
And he holds all the belts, correct?
Correct.
So if he did not fight his mandatory, which is ordered to him for him to fight, would he have lost those belts?
Correct.
Right. So, yeah, that's interesting, right? Like, why would Canelo then choose to lose his belts and not fight a mandatory and say, oh, no, I want to fight Charlo or Andrade or any of these other fighters that did not step up as you were kind of, highlighting that even Andrade he was in position to move forward and make those moves to become that fight. Next thing is it was a fucking good fight, man. I'm not sure who was calling before and saying, oh, everyone was waiting for the Tank and Ryan fight, which was honestly shit because Ryan fucking he gave up. That fucking fool gave up. So, and calling that a fight versus this, which was a fucking brawler. I give Ryder like full 1000% respect. He will very fucking Caleb Plant. Like,
okay. All right. So, I need you to summarize. So, go ahead.
No. Sorry, coach. Go ahead, man. Sorry, man.
I need you to summarize. I didn't need you to summarize it because I got other calls calling in.
No, I'm just some of the virtue signaling and some of the people that are just in their feelings about this. It's kind of like they're not taking an objective view at Canelo's stance in regards to him being ordered to fight a mandatory. I'm not even sure if they understand what the term mandatory actually means.
Okay, I got you.
And then, so anyhow, thanks, coach, man. You're always fucking, you're always on top, man.
Shout out to Rick from Toronto. All right, let's go. No, let's go. Let's do this. All right, okay, John Ryder, Canelo shouldn't have fought him, but we know that this was the mandatory, and this is the argument, and he struggled with this guy. He did beat the guy 9 rounds, 9, maybe even 10 rounds. I get it. Okay, he fought Gennady Golovkin 3 times, okay? You don't like that one, okay? Fought Demetrius Bivol. This guy was a Eurobomb, but he's not from Europe. Okay, I get that. fought a slick black fighter that was adopted by name Caleb Plant, who ain't fought no goddamn body. But you know, he beat him. He was gonna lose to him. Then when he beat him, became undisputed. Yada yada yada. The goalpost move. This guy here was an undefeated champion. That was an undefeated champion right there. This guy is an undefeated champion right here. This guy here is an undefeated champion, Billy Joe Saunders. He brought him over here to Dallas Stadium and sold. They did over 73,000 people at Dallas Stadium. Abney Yildirim, didn't nobody like this one. A lot of people didn't like that one at all. I get that. I think Callum Smith was an undefeated champion at the time. You know what I mean? He moved up to, this was the super middleweight. I think this was Canelo that moved up to super middleweight. So you can't, my thing is you can't overlook this. Because when you say he hasn't fought anybody, you got to go to the resume and look at the guys who he fought in order to see has he fought anybody or not. You can't get around that. You got to look at the resume. So now if you're saying, well, he ain't fight the guy we wanted him to fight. Okay, cool. That's a different argument. That's a different argument. If he ain't fight the guy that you wanted him to fight, we finna go there. We finna go there too. Carter, what's your name? What you called for?
Hey, what's up, coach? It's Al from Oaktown.
Al from Oakland, talk to me.
Yo, so this ain't really about Canelo. It's just a quick question, coach. Did you see that clip of Jamal Charlo when he was crying, talking to the interviewer about like?
Yeah, I showed it. I showed it on the show. Yeah, I showed it on the show last week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, what did you think of that, man? I didn't hear your thoughts about that.
I mean, I didn't think much of it. I mean, Jamal Charlo is very emotional. He's going through some mental issues. We're going through some issues with his wife. He's mentally not prepared to fight anybody at all. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. But right now, boxing is the last thing on his mind. He hasn't fought in 2 years. He should be stripped, relinquish that belt, and let somebody else fight for the belt. He should, if he has personal issues that's preventing him from doing his job, then what they need to do is take that belt from him. Look, baby boy, take care of your personal issues with your marriage and all that stuff there. Let us hold the belt. We're going to give it to somebody else. And then when you decide to come back after your 2-year hiatus, then you can start get back in line and fight for the belt again. That's what I think about that.
Thank you, coach. That's exactly what I want to hear. And the other thing I want to point out was just the way his brother was like, yo, I'm heartless. You know what I mean? I just thought that was strange. It showed that they have kind of a weird relationship. But anyway, coach, thanks for your thoughts on that. That was really deep.
Shout out to Al from Old Town. So now you say he haven't fought the fighters you want him to fight. Okay, cool. So I don't know what I do my homework. So these are the fighters who certain boxing fans that come from certain communities want Canelo to fight. Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez. We finna go down this road. We finna go down this rabbit hole, right? It's gonna be easy. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, coach? It's Fast in Baltimore. What it is?
Fast in Baltimore. Talk to me.
Nothing much, man. I think Canelo is overrated. Well, I always did think that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate on him a little bit because my father, that's like one of his favorite fighters and shit. But I think at this point, he should probably fight Benavidez and get that out the way. First, I didn't want to say he was dumb. Don't think that, but I don't want to sit there and say, well, David don't bring nothing to the table neither, because it's like, dude, you know, you got all the belts at 68. Like, why are you going up to fight a guy and Bivol, who I think he overrated too, because you know, he got a champion up there, his weight class that got 3 of the belts. It's like, what, you don't want no smoke with him? You want to keep on picking on 68-pounders and bring them up for clout. Like, I don't really like that.
I think the politics is preventing that, because Bob Arum is not going to, doesn't want to make that Beterbiev-Bivol fight. I'm hearing that Mauricio Sulaiman don't want to sanction that fight. If the Beterbiev and Bivol fight were to happen, but Mauricio Sulaiman saying something of the sort that he will strip. This is what I heard. I haven't done any investigation on it, but for some reason,
Right.
because they're from Russian citizens, he don't want to say, you know, this is some political bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with Bivol or Beterbiev. So that right there is a tricky situation. That's not a situation where Beterbiev is scared of Bivol or Bivol is scared of Beterbiev. That's a situation that's out of both of those guys' hands. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but Canelo, I think right now he on the back end of his prime. You know, I never really liked his style. I always thought that he was kind of just like boring. I don't even like his entrance music. You know what I mean? He just seemed like he ain't got no swag to me. But I can't take you can't take nothing from the dude though. He challenged bigger fighters. He go up and challenge them. You know, I don't want to get into clauses and all that, but dude be challenging guys. And Charlo, you know, people keep talking about Charlo, but wasn't they in negotiations at one point and Charlo pulled out?
I have video footage that I used to show on this show where Jamal Charlo said that I have two videos actually. I have a video footage where Jamal Charlo said that I don't know why people keep saying he was on the Aka Barak show. I don't know why people keep saying Canelo ducking me, Canelo not ducking me, even though he said in the past Canelo was ducking him. But then I have another video clip where Jamal Charlo was arguing with his brother Jamal on Instagram Live. And he said, y'all got the wrong Charlo. I never turned down a Canelo fight. I never turned down a Canelo fight. Y'all got me messed up with my brother. This is what Jamal Charlo said. You know, some people say that, you know, Canelo ducked Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is saying that, hey, my brother turned down the fight. Jamal Charlo is saying that, you know, he'll never turn down Canelo. So this shit is all over the place. It's all over the place. You know what I mean? What it boils down to is this. The people who don't like Canelo, they want to see him fight Jamal Charlo, Andrade, and David Benavidez. That's what they want to see. And until they see that, they are going to continue to say that Canelo isn't fighting anybody and all that stuff there. That's fine. And I think that even if he does fight those guys, they still going to say that. I honestly believe that. I think they still say that. And the only I have no problem with none of that. The only problem I have is they don't hold Jamal Charlo, Andrade, nor Benavidez to the same standard. So it's like
never do.
It's like you holding those guys who you say Canelo is ducking and don't want to fight. You holding them to a different standard than you're holding Canelo. If you're going to be fair, honest, and balanced, you would say, listen, man, I want to see all these guys mix it up. But they're not saying that. You know what I mean? So
they're not saying that at all.
Yeah, so they don't hold it to the same standard.
Like right, and I feel like now, like Andrade and Charlo kind of wasted their time, you know, like far as like take a fight with him now. I don't get into management business and all that type of stuff. But I think at this point now it's like fight David. Now, if you don't fight David, maybe you might kind of be ducking him. Like, but other than that, before I let you go, man, is the Earl Spence and Crawford thing gonna ever happen, or is he just looking on a star at this point?
Man, I don't even want to talk about that shit, man. Them two fighters I do not want to talk about. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I want to talk about the fighters who fighting. I just want to talk about the fighters who fighting. The aerosexual YouTube channels killed that subject for me. Crawford Spence. Oh man, we heard a date. They signed. From what I've heard, from who I spoke to, that fight is supposed to be done and waiting on the announcement, this and that. And you know, it's just a whole lot of shit, bro. But I don't even like to talk about the two fighters, man. I want to talk about fighters who are active and fighting. That's it.
I feel you, Coach. I appreciate you taking my call.
Hey man, shout out to Fast and B-More. Salute, fam. B-More, stand up. Yeah, I don't even like talking about them dudes, to be honest with you. Hey, shout out to South Central for dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Canelo gets mad if you mention Benavidez. I just saw an interview, South Central. I don't know if you was here, but I just saw an interview. It was in Spanish, where this lady she did bring up David Benavidez. She brought up David Morrell, and she brought up Benavidez, David Morrell, and Charlo. And Canelo did speak on that. Him and Reynoso. Hold on, let me answer this call. Tell him to hold on right quick so I read your super chat. Hold on. Caller, hold on. Hold on, caller. South Central, what did he say? He said, Canelo gets mad if you mention Benavidez. Acts like he doesn't know Morrell. Both are mandatories. He said, but Ryder with 5 losses is a must-fight mandatory. Benavidez is not the mandatory yet. I think that has to be ordered. Morrell will become the WBA Mando. You know how the sanctioning bodies operate, so you know it is what it is. And this here was the first mandatory, the WBO mandatory. So that's why Ryder was the one. And remember that Ryder should have been could have been Demetrius Andrade, one of the fighters who Canelo critics want to see him fight, but Andrade removed himself from the equation when he pulled out of the purse bid. So that's what happened with that, fam. Shout out to Anthony Alvarado. Dropping that quote over, bam, dub on your boy. He said haters will always move the goalposts and will never keep that same energy. I mean, again, it's fine. There are double standards when it comes to certain fighters. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. I just want them to keep the same energy across the board. That's all I'm saying. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Axel from Houston.
Axel from Houston, talk to me.
Yeah, so I have a question. So you remember when Bubba Andrade fought someone on 168, right? And he got knocked down, right? It's funny though, because Bubba Andrade was past prime right there. He got knocked down, but yeah, they don't hold that as accountable of him saying that he's ducking, he's fighting low level tier fighters, Them as Benavidez, is that considered wash? When he faced Plant, is that considered washing? Like, Plant wasn't like the right opponent when he faced Canelo. You know what I'm saying, right?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, what I'm saying is like was Plant washed up after he fought Canelo, right?
You say
who? When Benavidez fought Plant, right?
Oh, when he fought Plant?
When
he fought Caleb Plant, okay.
Yeah, correct.
What about him?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, do you think he washed?
Was who washed?
Like, do you think, like, when Benavidez fought Plant?
Do I think Benavidez was washed or Caleb Plant was washed?
No, it's Plant. If Plant was to wash.
Oh, no. Caleb Plant wasn't washed, no.
Oh, okay, then, so what about Bubba Andrade when he fought the 168 fighter?
Which one? You talking about Desmond? Was it? I think it's Demond Nicholson. Demond Nicholson. He's trained by Calvin Ford. That's Calvin Ford and them fighting. Calvin Ford, Coach Kenny. Yeah. He knocked Demetrius Andrade down in that fight. I think Demond Nicholson. Isn't that the guy that fought Edgar Berlanga? Guys, didn't that guy fight? I think Edgar Berlanga knocked him down like 4 or 5 times or something of that sort.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And who's your top 5 face of boxing right now?
I don't have anybody as a face of boxing, to be honest with you. But if I were to have to pick one based on accomplishments, based on the gate, based on what they bring to the table from fans, that makes the most amount of money, all that stuff there, it'd be Saul Canelo Alvarez. Period. Over here, over here in America. Because I know the UK, they may have Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, but over here in America, it's not even close. It's Canelo. No one is doing what he's doing. Period. It's not even close.
That's what I heard too, though, about over there in Europe. Tyson, Canelo. What was that? Tyson Fury over there face over there in Europe.
All right, but shout out to Axel. Shout out to Axel from Houston, man. Salute, fam. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. It's not even close. Like, because what I like to take those arguments that they use and say, okay, because over here, the thing is with the American boxing fans, they like to talk about money. Well, my fighter making more money. Okay, well, you can't talk about money when it comes to Canelo because he got more money than all those guys. Okay, bam. You can't talk about breaking pay-per-view records and stuff like that. Canelo wins in that department. Bam, so that killed that. So, like, whatever your metrics are for who the face of boxing is, like, it really doesn't measure up. You know what I mean? When you talk about consistency, because in order to become the face of something, and I'm not trying to get on that face shit. I ain't trying to convince nobody of anything. Believe what you want to believe. But I have a boxing criteria, and it's about your accomplishments, what you do, from who you fight, championships, and then if you're a draw, are you a draw? Because you can't be a face of boxing if you're not a draw. Are you a draw? And that boy is a draw, and he's done it over a consistent period of time, not a one-off, but I'm saying he's done over a consistent period of time. When you look at the history books, he's in the history books. You look at the net worth. I mean, there's no comparison when it comes to money. You look at selling out football stadiums, done that over there in Dallas, Texas, did it in Mexico last week. So for me, there's no argument for me. You know what I mean? Again, but that's just me. I'm not trying to convince anybody, but please don't try to convince me because I'm not going to agree with you. I'm just not going to agree with you. So, It's based on drawing power and stuff like that, right? So this brother here that just called, he's talking about Desmond. He's talking about Desmond Nicholson. So okay, Canelo ain't fought nobody. So he fought Billy Joe Saunders, Gennady Golovkin, John Ryder, Mando. Should have been Demetrius Andrade. Gennady Golovkin 3 times. Dimitri Bivol. Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, Abner Yildirim, Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev. Carlos, what's the name you calling from?
It goes this Damon from B-More again. Damone from B-More again, bro.
Damone from B-More, talk to me, fam.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you, man. I'm sitting there listening. What's your criteria for a fighter to be the best? I mean, because you know you got all these different types of fans nowadays, man. Got their mind all whacked out, not really focusing on what's the most important thing in boxing. What's the most important thing?
Yeah, I got you. Okay, this is my criteria. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If you are a 140 pounder, and let's say you are a champion. If you are a champion at 140 pounds, whoever the other champions are, you have to try to fight those guys, right? This is and if you fight them and beat them, this is how you become undisputed. Or whoever the top guys are. Let's say I'm ranked number 1. Let's say I'm the WBC champ. Jamal Charlo is the IBF champ. Demetrius Andrade is the WBO champ, and Canelo Alvarez is the WBA champ. Now I'm running around saying I'm the best. The only way I'm gonna prove that I am the best, I'm gonna have to clear all doubt by fighting those other champions in that weight division. If I don't fight those other champions in that weight division, I can't say I'm the best because I haven't fought those guys. The only way you're going to know you're the best, you're going to have to test yourself against the top competition. That's for all the fighters. So when you tell me, when you tell me that, okay, Canelo hasn't fought all of the top guys, so we don't know if he's the best. Okay, I ain't got an issue with that if that's what you want to say. But when I look at his resume, and he's fought, this guy was the number 1 guy in that division. He was an undefeated champion. You gotta let me finish. This guy was the number 1 guy. He was an undefeated champion in that weight division. This guy was the number 1 guy. He was an undefeated champion in that weight division. If he's fighting undefeated champions in weight divisions, you know what I mean? That's a litmus test. But now, I hear what you're saying. This is another one. If you are a fighter in one weight division, and you got all the belts like a Canelo Alvarez, you're gonna have to fight all of those guys in that weight division. You gotta fight those top guys. So Canelo will have to fight Benavidez. He will have to fight David Morrell. You know, he will have to fight whoever other mandatories that may come up because he have all of the belts. That's what a champion's supposed to do. You know, if you're a champion and you're not doing that, then you can't tell me he's the best because he put butts in seats, or because he put butts in seats and he just broke a record. He just broke a record in Las Vegas. No, that's not how that works. Now you're talking about popularity now. You get what I'm saying? So that's my criteria. It's always gonna be a boxing criteria.
Now, let me ask you a question, Coach.
Go ahead.
At 154, was Canelo was he ever considered the best at 154? How many undefeated fighters were sitting up there in that division with him? That was years
ago. Like, you see, 154.
We talking about his career, brother. We talking about his career. If you want to talk about all these.
Okay.
Was he ever the number 1? Let me finish this real quick, though.
Okay.
Was he ever the top fighter at 154? No, he wasn't, because he still had undefeated fighters there. Was he ever the top fighter at 160? No, he still had undefeated fighters there. Was he ever the top fighter at 168? No, he still had undefeated fighters there. You can't run around. That's just my problem with Canelo. You cannot just keep jumping away from weight and not knocking these dudes off. These dudes still hanging around in the face 10 years later. And you run around talking you the face, he's the best out of all. Oh, he does better pay-per-view numbers. Nah, man, if he's the best. No, you're not the best, because you didn't clear out. You cleared out 168. But when you waited till Benavidez lost that title, you wouldn't talk none of that smoke until that man lost that title. Then that man right there, still looking at you in your face, undefeated, and you talking about, I would like to fight devil. No, you ready to put 168 on ice and got all the rest of these guys waiting around for you. And it ain't fair to anybody else, man. You can handle that and knock off the business. And then I'll give Canelo the prop. He beat these guys. He beat one of them guys. He never gave me not one fight I wanted to see in 10 years. Not one fight. If he do that, and then I can claim everything everybody claiming in this chat and D-Block and all them. I'll get a tattoo on my face and say D-Block. If he fight one of them dudes, but he's not going to fight one of them dudes. He ain't going to fight Bill. Y'all going to sit around and wait till that Bill fight, and he's going to have Berlanga popping up. That's my time right there, coach.
All right, shout out to Damon Wester, man, for calling for B-More. Salute, fam. Shout out to Jonathan. Dropping out quarter of a dub on your boy. He say, Coach, they were crying before Canelo's mandatory was Yildirim. He say, it's a fact. Yildirim was going to be Benavidez's mandatory when he had the belt. Look it up. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Okay, I think I got everything. All right. My question is, hold on. I can't even get through this show, man. Between the phone calls, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to remove the phone line. That's what I'm about to do. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, Jaime. I'm calling from California.
Calling from California. You say your name, Jaime?
Yes.
Jaime calling from California. Talk to me.
So I was listening to that other guy talking about how Canelo hasn't beat, fighters through divisions, 154, 160, 168. I mean, that's kind of a vague argument, though, because you have fighters in every weight class that are undefeated. I mean, and, based on your topic of the day with resumes, it's kind of an empty argument because a lot of these guys are undefeated because they've never fought anybody. So how does that make you the top dog, when you beat these so-called names, but yet they've never fought anybody,
Well, that was I had to let the brother talk because he did take the time out to call the show. But for you to say, okay, he said 154, Canelo wasn't the best because he had other guys that was there. So my question is, okay, fine. 168, you say Canelo's not the best because he had other undefeated guys that's there. Okay, so my question is, who is the best at 168 then?
No, at 168, obviously, yes. And I would agree, that obviously through the weight classes, because there's so many now, the guys that have the most belts in the classes are, the better fighters, right?
Well,
because I mean, I guess nowadays that's the gauge, really, right, to see who's a good fighter, right?
You know what? Listen, that's how it's supposed to be. But man, I don't know how people today's boxing fan in America online, I don't know how they judge who the better fighter is, because it's not. Sometimes it's based on who you fought. But if you ain't fighting the guy that I want you to fight, then that you ain't the best of me, and that's fine. But the guy who you want him to fight literally is not fighting anybody. So how do you know he is? So how did you? So my question is this here: how do you determine that this guy, because he's undefeated, is the best fighter in the division, and that guy, because he's undefeated, is the best fighter in the division, when those guys haven't fought each other or fought anybody? So if he hasn't fought anybody, and your argument is Canelo ain't the best because he hasn't fought anybody. So if I take that same argument, okay, fine, you're right. Canelo ain't the best, he ain't fought nobody. But if I take that same argument and apply it to the guys who you say Canelo should have fought, then that same argument applies to them. How can you say they are the best when they ain't fought nobody?
Exactly. All right, that's a good point right there, man. I'm with you.
I'm asking, like, okay, I'll run with it. Canelo ain't the best. He ain't fought the best in the division. 168 pounds. He ain't fought nobody. Okay, fine. Caleb Plant was an undefeated champion. Okay, but now Caleb Plant ain't nobody. Okay, but David Benavidez had the WBC title twice.
Yeah.
Okay. David Benavidez could have tried to unify the weight division when he had the belt with Caleb Plant. He didn't do it.
Plant, yeah.
Irregardless of what Canelo did when David Benavidez was the WBC champ, what stopped him from becoming a unified champion fighting Caleb Plant?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Billy Joe, then Billy Joe Saunders. Okay, that was on the other side of the pond, and Callum Smith. So literally, David Benavidez, you may make an argument, well, he wouldn't be able to get those other fights. So we don't know. He never tried to get them. That's one. But two, okay, well, Canelo just came out of nowhere and got the WBC and got the WBC strap, and he ended up getting all of the belts, and he ended up fighting Caleb Plant. How was a non-PBC fighter able to get a Caleb Plant fight, which he needed to fight that guy in order to become undisputed? How was he able to get that fight fast over a guy who was on the same side of the street with David Benavidez? Benavidez, last time I checked, he was the WBC champion. He had the belt twice.
Yeah.
He could have fought Caleb Plant.
Oh, yeah.
He could have been a unified champion. So, I mean, bro, it's so many holes. It's so many holes in this argument, but I'm not trying to change anyone's mind, and no one can change my mind in it because it's too easy to poke the holes in it. But the thing is this, they want to see Canelo, make a long story short, they want to see Canelo fight Jamal Charlo. Well, Jamal Charlo ain't fought in 2 years. So that blow that argument out of the way. So they want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. Well, Demetrius Andrade had an opportunity to fight Canelo. All he had to do was fight what the dude named, not John Ryder, but the guy who John Ryder ended up beating Parker.
Parker, yeah.
Yeah, so he pulled out of that fight. So now Benavidez, you guys have an argument for Benavidez right now. But Benavidez just had a fight against Caleb Plant in March, and Canelo just had a fight in May. So the logical thing for me, we need to see Canelo and Caleb Plant, Benavidez fight each other in September. I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
True.
Yeah. I'm all for that. I'm for that.
True. Yeah. There's a lot of inactivity, man, with these other fighters to really gauge where they're at or how they would do. You know, I mean, plain and simple.
Yeah.
It's just hopes, you know, it's just on hopes. But, you know, unfortunately, hopes don't win boxing matches. It's skills. You know, you can't be a inactive fighter and win, you know?
All right. Shout out to James. Salute, fam. Shout out to Boxer Gyms. He says, dropping that quarter of a dub. He said he's undisputed. He's the best at 168, no matter your feelings. All right, salute to Boxer Gyms. Shout out to Damon. He said that we talking about Canelo, coach. Okay, fine. We talking about Canelo. He said he the face of boxing. They want to fight him. Talk about the other fighters while we talk about Canelo as a deflection tactic. Okay, cool. So forget the other fighters. Damon, call back. Jamal Charlo hasn't fought in 2 years, sir. How do you suppose that fight happened? Demetrius Andrade, let's talk about those guys. These are the guys we're talking about. We're not going to deflect. We're going to stay on the 3 fighters who you want them to fight. Jamal Charlo hasn't fought in 2 years. And Jamal Charlo is a 160 pounder. 160 pounder, right? Demetrius Andrade is a 168 pounder. He just moved up. He's fighting in the PBC right now. He's fighting with the PBC right now. I think from what I've heard, he's contracted to fight David Benavidez. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Eric from H-Town.
Eric from H-Town, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Coach? Just real quick, I want to say that was a really good fight. It was a really good fight, and I lost $50 because it went to distance. But you know what, Coach? I was glad to pay those $50 because it was a real good fight, and everybody was starting that, I'm not gonna buy it or I'm not gonna see it and miss out a good fight. But yes, you know, but Canelo, yes, it's a little slow and all this, and we wanted to stop it, but it's better than this fight was better than the Tank and Ryan fight 100 times.
Okay. Hey, man, right, Coach? Yeah, man, yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought it was a more competitive fight myself. But shout out to Eric from H-Town, man. Salute to you, fam. Salute. Thank you, brother. Damon say, let's see the real Mexican monster. If Canelo beat him, then I can see what the fuss is about. Yep. He said, good live, coach. He said, you got me. I mean, yeah. Like September, we need to see that fight. We definitely need to see that fight. Paul Magellani even said that as well. He said we need to see that fight because, you know, I mean, again, the duty of a champion is to defend your title against the other guys in that division. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely want to see that. I definitely want to see that fight. Period. I want to see that fight. No, but there's a problem. I'm finna tell you the problem. Carlo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's the inevitable. D-Block.
D-Block, talk to me.
One more thing I got to say out here, man. Let's keep it real. Ain't no way you can say that he's not undisputed. If they want to say he's not the face of boxing, then what can you say Tank Davis has that Canelo ain't got? Is Tank Davis undisputed? Is he vied? He said the belts don't matter, right? That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But he got a Reggie belt. So does he care more about a Reggie belt that he's putting out there, like in that fight, that he had the Reggie belt all up in his shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
So your man, the face of boxing, cares about the Reggie belt. Is that right, Coach?
I mean, for some reason, he's holding on to it. I don't know why. I don't know why Tank is holding the Reggie belt. He say he don't care nothing about belts. So, I mean, it really serves no purpose. He's not using it to fight the top guy, which is Devin Haney. The same thing that people want Canelo to do. So he's not using it to fight the top guy. So, I mean, I don't know what the purpose of having the Reggie belt for. Like, what purpose does it serve? But I don't want to deflect and talk. I don't want to deflect and talk about Tank. Let's just focus on Canelo, Benavidez, Andrade, and Charlo.
Canelo.
That's the name they're talking about.
Okay.
Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, and go ahead.
I want to say this. I want everybody to hear this. Okay. So we done with Ryder. Ryder's done. Okay. We got one man to go, and that's Bivol. And even Canelo said it. He ain't about to just sleep and think about that fight. That's what he said in Spanish. I'm trying to translate. He said, I'm down with Charlo.
I saw the interview. It was a lady. The lady, she had black hair, beautiful tenderoni. She interviewed Canelo and she interviewed Ed Reynoso. She interviewed both of them. Yeah.
But Coach, you can't. This is the thing that I tried to tell you earlier, and that's why I love it, because you come with facts. You know what I mean? You got your receipts. Is that people's mind is so embedded on trying to say he's trash that you can't even convince them. Even let's just say he fights Benavidez. Oh, you know what? He called Benavidez at the wrong time. Let's say he fought Charlo. Oh, Charlo been gone for 2 years. Okay, let's say he fight Morrell. They only have a 7. What's his record? 7-0. 7-0 record.
8-0.
And he got 8-0. 8-0. Oh, you know, he was green, like Mitch Green. I'm like, Coach, it doesn't matter. Once he retires, people are still gonna be talking shit, because that's how it is, Coach. They're in the restroom taking a shit, wiping their ass with some cheap ass toilet paper, saying, "God damn it, that motherfucker! It's Canelo's fault." It's always something, Coach. We can never change their mind, but Coach, I love it. Keep on bringing them facts, and all them haters, D-Block, D-Town, D-T, D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
I mean, the thing is, it's not about trying to change people's minds. My show is not about changing people's minds. The mind has a right to feel the way he wants to feel. There's nothing wrong with my brother feeling that way. My thing is, you know, we gotta have a criteria. This is why I bring it back to boxing. We gotta have a criteria from which we're judging these fighters, right? So if we're not going to talk about other fighters, you say that's deflection. Okay, what fighters are we talking about? Canelo has to fight somebody. So if I bring up somebody, that's the other fighter that we're talking about. What those other fighters are doing? Hold on, this is a twist. I got some on my throat. Y'all talking about Benavidez, right? I got a twist in this. Caller, hold on. Shout out to Eric Cruz. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said people want to trash Ryder. He said, but does Andrade, Charlo, Morrell, or David Benavidez have a better resume than Ryder to earn the Canelo payday? As a matter of fact, Andrade, Charlo, Morrell, nor Benavidez have a better resume than John Ryder. They don't. If you look at the fighters John Ryder fought and look at the guys who Andrade, Charlo, Morrell, and David Benavidez fought, they don't have the resume he has. I looked at it. But resumes don't matter. Who you fight don't matter. I don't know. This is some new shit to me. Shout out to South Central. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said Ryder has 5 losses and lost to Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding. Hey, South Central say Rocky Fielding. He lost to Rocky Fielding. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Canelo hater number 1, man. DMV.
He lost to Rocky Fielding. Boy, that right there hilarious, boy. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Myron Magnus, talk to me, fam.
Man, Canelo, hey, bro.
Great show today, Coach. You're a hell of a marvel and a jewel for the boxing community. But yeah, Canelo trash, homie. Canelo career is manufactured and fucking trash. I'm tired of it. I'm so happy. He is trash. He could knock him out at Guadalajara. His whole career is refried beans, baby. His whole career is full of refried beans. Trash. He evacuated the middleweight division when him and Andre was fighting under the zone under the same banner. Andre had a WBO. He had the other three. Trash. He ran. Trash. He got stripped of the IBF when he didn't want to fight Darian Tinko because he didn't want to give up a measly $2 million to the purse. Trash. This whole shit is refried trash. I can't stand him. I can't wait. He ain't the face of boxing. He has defaced the sport of boxing. He's been in more suspect fights than you can name over the last goddamn 10 fights. Overland, trash. Okay? When he fought the Cancer Boy, trash. None of these fights look like real fights. He fought that fucker, J.R. Ryder, J.R. Hyder, whatever the fuck his name is. He knocked him with a straight right. He's a bum rider. He knocked him with a straight right and posed like he was a Statue of Liberty of Mexico and shit. How the fuck you telling me you in a competitive fight when you there posing with a right hand? That nigga didn't even bust a whole sweat the whole fight. Trash. He had his most mocked up fights. Everything. He needs to retire. You never be seeing more boring fights than Canelo Alvarez the last 10 years. They never look competitive. The last competitive fight he's been in looked like he was in Triple G. Trash. He's trash. And I told you, I commend you because you're keeping it straight down the middle for Canelo fans and Canelo haters. For everybody in the boxing community, you know, I'm Canelo hater number one. And I try to give a benefit of doubt, but he's trash. Canelo, I got all the nicknames for that bum. Get him the fuck out of here. Okay?
Hey, shout out.
They were booing his ass in Mexico, bro. They booed him in Mexico. He's trash.
They booed him?
Fucking trash.
They booed him? I had the volume turned down.
Yeah, they booed him. They was leaving a fight early and everything. Look, hey, respecting you, John Ryder. I know you was pulling back punches because it seemed like all of them do when they fight Canelo getting that payday. That refried $10 million he gave everybody to fight him. He's fucking trash.
Hey, all right, man. Shout out to Byron, man. Salute, man. Hey, Byron, man, DC. DC, stand up. DC, stand up. Hey, tell us how you really feel. Shout out to the Martin dropping that $2 super chat. He said, last time I checked, he said no one at PBC beat Fielding. Hey, hold on, Rocket Fielding? Yeah, was it a couple of PBC fighters that fought Rocket Fielding? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, man, well, listen, man, we have a passionate caller. Myron Magnus from DC, very passionate. You know, he's passionate about how he feels. Very passionate. You know what I mean? You know me, my job ain't to change nobody's mind now. You know, just, hey, man, how you feel is how you feel, you know? Caller, what's the name when you calling from?
Yo, what up, Coach? Your boy Two-Tone the Superstar.
Two-Tone the Superstar, talk to me.
Man, first and foremost, whoever hating on Canelo Saul Alvarez resume is on crack. Like, they just smoking some of the finest crack that you can find. Either they on some of that good sticky, they on some CBDs or something. How in the hell you hate on Canelo resume?
Oh,
God damn. The thing is, Coach, don't hate Canelo because Andre and Charlo was waiting on a Canelo payday instead of fighting. Them niggas wasn't trying to carve their own lane. All they waited for was a payday. Them niggas couldn't fight nobody. Come on, Coach.
Hey, that's all I be. Listen, all I'm saying is this. This all I'm saying. We got to hold all the fighters to the same criteria. Okay, if you believe Canelo is trash, he ain't fighting nobody. Okay, fine, you have a right to feel that way. But who was Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, and David Benavidez? Who are they fighting?
Yeah, Andre, nigga was getting over.
Now Benavidez just fought Caleb Plant. That's really good. And now Benavidez is in line to fight Canelo Alvarez. I want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez in September instead of trying to fight Dimitri Bivol. To be honest, that's what I want to see. And a lot of people
Right.
want to see that fight now. Everybody want to see that fight, especially now. Hey, but let me ask you this, Tone. You interviewed David Benavidez.
Yeah.
What say you? Isn't his contractual situation? He has 3-fight deal with the PBC. For what I learned, he had 3 names on the contract. The Caleb Plant, he's fighting David Morrell and Demetrius Andrade. Those are the 3 names. If that's the case, how is he going to be able to fight Canelo?
I talked to Jose, his dad, Senior, Jose Benavidez Senior. They said if a Canelo fight presents itself, if it presents itself, they will catch the fade with Canelo.
So
they will catch the fade. Now,
how can it present itself? It has to be mandated by the WBC?
Oh no! If Canelo's out there saying yes, let's catch the fade, they want to catch the fade. Now, in regards to networks and that type of situation, like we know that Ryan and Tank proved that can be done. That shit can be done. Now, if David Benavidez management is on some, we don't want to fight on the zone, or it's going to have to be co-promoted. It's looking like Eddie Hearn. It looked like Eddie Hearn wants Canelo to stay on that side. But I know David, if Canelo says, yes, I want to fight you, all that shit will go out the damn window. Because that's the, like, David, like, he would love that fight. Like, he highly respects Canelo, but he wants that fight. Like, he wants that fight. David Morrell, like he only got 9 fights. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like, he only got nine fights. Charlo, the PBC, they not putting Charlo up against anybody that's tough. Because now,
well, Charlo ain't fought in 2 years. So I mean,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Charlo ain't fought in 2 years, brother. Oh, no, last time we saw Charlo, he was on the podcast crying. He crying. He got whole problems. He ain't fought in 2 years. So I mean, at this point, to make an argument for Jamal Charlo is mute at this point.
Yeah, them niggas got to carve their own lane, man. Keep fighting. David lost his shit on the scale, yes, but David worked himself back up. He worked himself back up into position. Also, Canelo fans, y'all got to keep the same energy now. Y'all know y'all called Gervonta Tank Davis the green print. We got to call Canelo the Euro print because all he's fighting is British fighters. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Oh, you know what?
Euro print.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I got something for you. Shout out to Two Total Superstar Salute, fam. Yeah, I got something for you, Toe. Yeah, I got something for you. Hold on. I got something for y'all. Woo, I got something for y'all, but I got something for you, Sap Suckers. Shout out to Murray for dropping that $2 super chat. He said capital trash. He said capital TRASH. Trash. All right, hey, Murray, I got something for y'all, boy. Boy, I got something for y'all. Y'all say Canelo fighting Euros, huh? Okay, that's fine. You know, I got something for you, boy. Woo! How do you know he fighting Euros? How do you know? You got to look at his resume, right? Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Coach, what's happening, man? It's Casino Life Prayers one more time, man. I wanted to put a 2 cents on something you just said. You had asked Tucson about that PBC contract that Benavidez got, right?
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm one of the people. I think Canelo's gonna fight Bivol next. And but I don't. I said earlier when I called in, I was like, he needs to fight Benavidez. I would like to see that, but I don't think Benavidez is gonna make it to the shit, bro. Because David Morrell in the way, bro. David Morrell is gonna fuck everything up. That's what's gonna happen.
I'm hearing he's gonna fight David Morrell next. He fight David Morrell next. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. So, and that's good. You know,
that's gonna be Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that'd probably be like the fight of the year. That right there to me, that's like fight of the year, because I think that fight will be way better. Like the Caleb Plant and the Benavidez fight was real good, but I think Morrell versus Benavidez would be even better. Like, I think I see Morrell, bro. I see Morrell like I think he might mess everything up, and then and then Canelo gonna have to decide if he's gonna fight David Morrell.
Well, I
think that's
mean,
just
well,
gonna
you
end up
know,
happening.
well, if the Mexican monster is who they say he is, David Morrell shouldn't mess anything up because David Benavidez is the Mexican monster. So he should be able to handle David Morrell like it ain't nothing because he is the Mexican monster.
Well, I mean, I know that's what they say he's the Mexican monster, but I mean, I'm looking at.
I'm throwing that back in their face, dog. I'm throwing it back in their face now. No, if he the Mexican monster.
Let me tell you why David. Let me tell you why I say this, and then I'm gonna go.
Right.
I say David Morrell gonna mess everything up, and this is the reason I say it. And it's only an eye test. I know David Morrell. He don't got that many fights and all that like that. But off the eye test, bro, his footwork with the power combination, like he got the combination punches, he got the punches and bunches, he got the footwork, and he got the power. Bro, this nigga is gonna run through these niggas. Like, he's gonna run through David Benavidez because, bro, it'll be like how you see how David Benavidez looked at the beginning of the Caleb Plant fight.
Yeah. Stylistically. I think that's gonna be a problem for David Benavidez. I really do. I think
David Morrell can hurt him at the same time, and he can hurt him.
He got the punching power that Caleb Plant don't have.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like David Morrell he's gonna mess all this up. Like, we're gonna have a whole nother conversation after the fall. When the fall comes, when we see who's gonna fight who. Yeah. If David Benavidez and David Morrell fighting each other, we already know that's gonna be fight of the year, and whoever come out of that, Canelo gotta fight.
I gotta take my son to karate. All right, salute, fam. I get one out. This is the last call. I gotta take my son to karate. Carlos, where you calling from?
Trash, Myron Magnus.
Myron, talk to me, man. I gotta take my son to karate. Talk to me.
Hey, I heard Canelo got a new belt. You saw that?
What's
of the century.
What about that?
Yeah, the TBA, Trash Boxing Association is century. Okay? Bro, trash. Okay? We want to talk about resume, right? Trash Boxing Association. From 0 to 40. He got Menudo. He got Enrique Iglesias. Okay? He done fought freaking
them Puerto Ricans though. Them Puerto Ricans.
oh shit. Oh, yeah, they fought on in Tijuana. Yeah. Enrique Iglesias, Menudo, Los Lonely Boys. They fought Jose Feliciano out the grave. Everybody from 0 to 40 was trash. Okay? Laura, that decision. Trash.
All right, man.
Canelo,
I gotta
get one card against
I gotta bounce.
Trash,
man.
homie.
All right, man.
All right, but trash.
All right, salute, man. Mine from DC. Y'all try to. All right, so I got one thing I want to. No, I ain't taking no more phone calls. I got one thing I want to show. They say Canelo Alvarez went on a Eurobomb tour. Okay, fine. Canelo went on the Eurobomb tour, and guess what, Damon? How we know? How y'all say? How we know? His resume tell it, right? You got to look at his resume, right, Damon? His resume say that he fought Eurobombs according to you guys. Okay, fine. I want to show you something. Okay, fine. I want to show you something. Jason Quigley, Liam Williams, Luke Keeler, Macy Sulecki, Artur Akovov, Walter, I can't pronounce his last name, Alantez Fox, Jack Kulke, Willie Nelson, Dario Fabian Pucheta, Brian Rose, Vanes Martiosian. These are mostly Eurobombs, right? You know, of course these are mostly Eurobombs. We know that. You know, hold on. Damon, listen. I hear what you're saying, brother. But if you're going to say he fought Eurobombs, hear me out. If you're going to, how do we know he fought Eurobombs? Because the fighters are on his resume. You can't get around that. If you tell me a fighter has fought Eurobombs, I say prove it. Show it to me. You're going to go to the resume to prove to me he fought Eurobombs. He fought nothing but Euros, right? Guess who fought all of these Eurobombs I just showed you right here? Now, this dude right here was the black guy, Desmond Nicholson. I'm just saying, dog. Hey, DeMar, all I'm saying is, okay, the only way I'ma know.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Okay, the only way I'ma know if Canelo fought nothing but Euro bums, I have to look at his resume to see the bums who he fought. So I just showed you a resume right here. Okay, you get what I'm saying? You know, God damn. And if we're gonna use that same criteria to all the fighters, okay, well, I'm just saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying, DeMar. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, dog. That's all I'm saying, fam. Okay, this the Mexican monster right here. This the Mexican monster. Okay, you know, this is who he fought for. Caleb Plant, David Lemieux, I think that's considered Euroball, right? Kyron David, that's a slick black fighter, the brother right there. Ronald Ellis, that's a slick black fighter. I think he was 154 pounder moved up. Kyron is a 154 pounder moved up. Romar Alexis Angulo, okay, he fought somebody named Angulo. I don't know, you know what I mean? Let's see. Anthony Durrell, he fought the dog. Now, he did not, I ain't gonna lie, that David Benavidez fought some brothers now. David Benavidez fought some brothers now. He fought Anthony Durrell, the dog. He fought Ronald Ellis. He fought Kyron Davis. You see what I'm saying? He fought Caleb Plant. You know, let's see. You know, Jalen Love, that's another brother he fought. Let's see. Ronald Gabriel, fought Ronald Gabriel twice. Rogelio Medina Luna, okay. All right, Dennis Duglin, all right, you know, all right, it's cool. So the only way I'm gonna know, you know what I mean? I have to see who they fought. Listen, I have to see who they fought. That's the only way I'm gonna know. I have to see who they fought. That's all I'm saying. You can't tell me he fought Eurobombs, but then tell me I can't look at the resume to see, do you have proof that he fought Eurobombs? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Rick. That's all I'm saying. So, you know. He said, why has Canelo avoided them both? He said, we all know Canelo has the best resume out of the three. I'm not even saying who got the best resume. I'm not even saying who got the best resume. I'm saying, okay, I hear your argument. He fighting bums. All right, so Andrade, Benavidez, Morrell. So let's see who Canelo fight in September. You get what I'm saying? You get Hey, Rick, that's all I'm saying, fam. That's all I'm saying, fam. And then, okay, let's go look at Jamal Charlo. Okay, surely Jamal Charlo ain't fought no Eurobombs. We know Jamal Charlo ain't been fighting no Eurobombs like Canelo. Canelo fighting them Eurobombs, so we know Jamal Charlo ain't fighting no Eurobombs. Let's see who Jamal Charlo fought. Let's see who Jamal Charlo fought. Jamal Charlo been a pro for 15 years. Let's see who Jamal Charlo fought. Let's see, he fought Big Bad Juan Montiel. He fought, you know, I think that's a tomato can right there from Mexico. He fought Sergey Derenchenko. I think that was a Eurobomb. I think he's from the Ukraine. Let's see. He fought Big Bad Dennis Hogan. He fought Brandon Adams. He fought Matt Korobov. Okay, he fought Hugo Centeno Jr. and he fought Jorge Sebastian. He fought J-Rock at 154 and he fought Austin Trout at 154. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I guess if Canelo fighting Eurobombs, I guess Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade doing the same thing then, right? He doing the same thing then, right? That's all. Is he doing the same thing? Is Jamal Charlo and Andrade doing the same thing? And the only difference is Canelo is multi-weight division world champion. He's undisputed. And this guy right here, he said he wanted to unify. He been in the middleweight division. He been in the middleweight division since 2017 for 6 years. And guess what? He said he wanted to unify. He ain't had no unification matches since he been over there. So that's all I'm saying, fam. So you know, okay. If Canelo fighting trash and bombs, I ain't got no problem with none of that. But what is it? Let's give everybody a round of applause. Hey, shout out to Byron Mountain. He's just dropping that $2 super chat. He said Canelo trash. Alvarez to be announced champion of the century. Okay, all right, okay. All right, that's all I'm saying. Hey, I fucked the bump. Hey, I showed all them names. Hey, you know what? Hey, I showed, hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Food Revolution. I showed all them names, right? Oh, the people looking at them Euro bombs. Oh, man. And then when I showed the picture, 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 dog, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one. That was a low blow. You know what? I was wrong for that. Let me give myself the Broner. Let me give myself the Adrian.
Shut that soft ass shit up. And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
That's all I'm saying. Man, shout out to everybody that called the show, man. Shout out to Ernest from Houston. Shout out to Hashirama from PG County. Shout out to Sarah Diesel from New Mexico. Shout out to J-Rock from DC. He bought J-Rock. Shout out to Drew from LA. Yeah. Shout out to Casino Light Press from the ATL. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Shout out to Raphael from New York. Shout out to Unbiased Fan from Connecticut. Shout out to Rob Boy Press from DC. Shout out to Demar Webster, man. What's going on, fam? 2 times. And the thing is, one fighter should not define your career. Like, one fighter should not define your career. That's my whole point. Like, you trying to tell me the reason why your resume is trash and hot doo-doo, and you ain't fought nobody but the same Euro bombs you say Canelo fighting. So what? Your excuse for fighting all these bombs and Euro bombs is because you couldn't fight, you ain't get a chance to fight one fighter? Anyway, shout out to Raphael from New York. Let's see. Shout out to D Block from Dallas, Texas 2 times. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Shout out to Thug and D from B-More. Shout out to Rick from Toronto. Shout out to Al from Oak Town. Shout out to Fats from B-More. Shout out to Axel from Houston. Shout out to Jamie from Cali. Hey, shout out to Eric from A-South. Shout out to Myra Magnus 2 times from DC. The biggest Canelo hater. And shout out to Two-Tone, the superstar man from Phoenix, Arizona. Let's give everybody who called a round of applause. I can't beat y'all. Hey, Devon, boy, you and Rick, boy, I can't. Hey, Devon, you and Rick, I can't beat you and Rick, dog. I can't beat you, dog. Y'all people. I can't beat you, dog. Hey, Devon, you and Rick, boy, I can't beat you, dog. Boy, I can't beat you, boy. Boy, y'all undisputed. Y'all undisputed over here, man. Let's say a special prayer, man, for my dog, Devon, Rick, and definitely Myron Magnus. Let's say a special prayer for Myron Magnus.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Hey, man, y'all talking about, man, Canelo need to fight. Canelo need to fight David Benavidez. He need to fight Jamal Charlo. You know what I mean? He need to fight doggone Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? They deserve a shot.
Who you think it is? DJ Quick? No, I ain't say Kid Capri? I didn't say that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I tell you something. Money, I just say. Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
You know what, man? It's too much. It's too much. We had a good show today, man. It's just too much hate and hostility. Too much hostility. Shout out to my dog Myra Magnus, man. It's just too much hostility here, man. Hey, shout out to my dog Booger Ray, man.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, again, because when you have, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Let's give a shout out to the hood, man.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Yes, sir.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
He say, y'all begging me not to leave you. Hey, the arrogance of what was the Leon on all the what that was that was the Temptations. You know, y'all begging me not to leave you.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
You know what, man? You know what though, man? Y'all ain't gotta like Boo Boo Andrade. I don't like calling him that name, but he called himself that. Anybody who don't like Boo Boo Andrade, you know what I mean? Anybody don't like Jamal Charlo? Anybody don't like Boo Boo or Jamal? Guess what? You ain't gotta like it, but you better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
It is what it is, man. And guess what? If it was, I'm not, all jokes aside, if it wasn't for Boo Boo Andrade, Jamal Charlo, and those other guys, you know, Canelo is kind of overrated. He is kind of overrated. But Boo Boo Andrade and Jamal Charlo, whoa, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. It is what it is, boy. They really make me excited to see them fight.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. All right, this is why I want to see Canelo. You know, this is why I want to see Canelo fight next. You know what it is? Because since he ducking everybody, this is why I want to see a fight. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, for the knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga for the knock ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want a hole of smoke, nigga. I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook, nigga. Check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your back up, nigga. I got your back up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Hey, tell him to put up and shut up. September, he better be fighting.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a bro hand.
All the tenderonis out there, if you're looking for a real man, I got a real man for you.
Hey, woman. Listen here. Since your man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
That's all for all the women out there looking for a real man. You get what I'm saying? And you know we cannot end the show without saying all praises due to the Most High, the most exalted, the most honorable. You know what I mean? Mr. Allen Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
What it is, man. And guess what, man? To everybody. Hey, Myron. Hey, this is a special request. Hold on. I just got a text message that came in. Hold on, Myron, Rick, and Damon. Damon. I just got a text message that came in. This is a special request from D-Block. This is a special request from D-Block. Nah, this ain't me now. This ain't me. But I got a special request from a Canelo Alvarez fan, and he told me to send this message to Myron Magnus, Damon, and hold on, Myra Madness, Demond, and my good brother from A-Sound, the South Side, Rick Till's.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Hey, shout out to Rick, man. Shout out to Rick, the bar. Shout out to Rick David and motherfucker Byron Batty, man. Salute, man. Hey man, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, man. I got some more videos I'm dropping tomorrow. I'm dropping the, you know, the interview we did with Dougie Fisher from Ring Magazine. So I dropped 2 of those videos today. We'll drop 2 more tomorrow. And we got another fire show tomorrow at 3 o'clock. See you guys, man, tomorrow, man. You must love 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.